does it actually take to get one of these? No idea why that froze, but we're live now. I don't know. The intro was playing just beautifully, and then it stopped. I was like, I don't know if the intro's going to work. The intro may not work. The intro froze. Now we just have to go live. But today's live stream is going to be a bit different. Actually, it's going to be very different. We're going to have three folks. None of them are Jill, because three dudes behind a bar, there's not room for a fifth, and she has decided to just watch from upstairs. So y'all give me an audio video check in the chat right now. Let me know how we sound, and we have an awful lot of whiskey to try. We've got a few things we're going to do tonight. Number one, we are going to try our haul from Knoxville, at least what I have here. Will took all the stuff he got home with him, and he did not bring it for this stream, although will be here for us on this stream. Number two, we have our friends from Spillway. We're having the event 4/6 this weekend, 4/6/2024 at Spillway in Brandon, Mississippi, and we have a lot of their stuff, but also they brought our new Crittenden's barrel picks here, at least a couple of them, for us to try. And then toward the end of the stream, we are going to see how long it takes us to empty a barrel of whiskey. Now, I don't have a real barrel. We're going to simulate a barrel, but I have done something very dumb without thinking through the consequences. I know it's hard to believe, but we didn't think through what it's going to take to actually dump a whole barrel of whiskey. So we're going to run some tests. I got a pump. We're going to try it out, but we do have a little bit of an echo. It's probably because we've got 4 microphones going. Sorry about that. Everybody says turn the mic volume up just a little bit. Let's see. I mean, I could probably bump it, but maybe just turn y'all's volume up. But y'all come on in here. We've got a whole bunch of folks. This is going to be chaos, but we've got Justin and Josh here from Spillway. And then, of course, Will is going to slide in somewhere. Here, I'll keep scooting over. Okay. Y'all slide in here. And everybody's got a mic. And that's how it's going to go. We heard that cough better than me. Can you hear somebody talk? Somebody other than me talk.
What's up?
Hey guys.
What's going on, everybody?
Sounds like a bathroom. Well, unfortunately, we're just going to have to go with that audio for now. It sounded pretty good to me in the test, but such is life. Anyone from Northern Virginia going to the event this weekend? Do y'all know anybody coming from Northern Virginia?
Not to my knowledge. I know North Carolina's got a group coming. I don't know about North Virginia. I haven't seen any messages on that.
Okay. You looking for a ride partner? Is that what you're looking for? Hopefully you find one. So we're going to start this stream, though, by trying the stuff from the Knoxville video. Y'all, if y'all watched the Knoxville video, let me know what in particular you want us to try. We're just going to pass. I'm going to have everybody try it. And then we've got, I don't know, like 14 bottles of stuff. So this is mine. Y'all let me know what you want us to try. Good or not. Move my mic up higher. You don't want my mic up higher. Then I'll be louder than everybody else, man. Lord, have mercy. Bourbon Hunter 74, Kansas is heading that way. Y'all let us know if you're coming to the event this weekend. Let us know. I want to see who the long hauler is. And don't lie, just to look like the long hauler. I want to see who's going to go the furthest distance. Who's the furthest y'all are aware of?
L.A., California.
Los Angeles.
They're driving?
They are driving from L.A. to our store.
What in the world is that about?
27 hours is what he said.
That's nuts. Y'all are crazy. Like, whiskey's not worth that, okay? It's not worth it. Well, the party might be. The whiskey is not worth it. So it helped the audio. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. This right here, apparently in the video, it got edited out. But this is an ice wine finish from Barrel Craft Spirits. And in the video, I did not tell people what I thought about it. I'm pretty sure I said what I thought about it, but we edited a lot out of that video. And so I didn't tell people, so this is the first review of that. Well, never mind. Indiana, North Carolina group coming from Central North Carolina, 11-ish hours.
That
That
says
is
Seattle,
crazy.
Washington.
Wow.
That's a
Okay.
long time. That's a long
that
time.
beats in Los Angeles.
Spur, roll tide, here, kitty, kitty. Congratulations on the Final Four. As much as I hate to admit it, congratulations. Jordan Osley Wolfpack in the Final Four. Let's go. That is the most unlikely Final Four run I've ever seen in my entire life. But congratulations. I just hate that we're not. I'm a little bitter. I am just a little bitter. What you point? You pointing at something? Just read
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm reading Anaheim.
Anaheim. Josh is coming from Opelika. What do you think of this ice wine?
Good stuff.
It's different. I like it though. It's an occasional thing for me. Not something I would just sit down and sip every day, but it's an interesting, it's a different finish.
It's a fun finish. I mean, it's very sweet
Like
and
a little,
floral.
it's sweet but
Yeah.
dusty at the same time for me.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So you get like almost like a grape sweetness, and then it's just got a nice oaky dustiness through the middle. So it's good. What makes a cigar blend, Roman says. We're going to try a cigar blend here in just a minute. And I think there's no technical definition of a cigar blend. So what makes a cigar blend is calling it a cigar blend. I think there's some tradition around Armagnac cognac finishes with cigar blends, but I don't think there's any technical requirements.
What time on Saturday? We're going to get started about 9:30 that morning on Saturday.
Justin's somebody who reads out loud. We've just found out. We just learned that.
I'm dyslexic, man. I got to make sure it makes sense in my head first.
KU fan hoping NC State takes it all. Me too. That would be fun.
That would be fun.
That would be. I can't cheer for Alabama. Like I'm not cheering against Alabama, but I can't cheer for them either. So it's a thing. You know, y'all got rivalries. Y'all understand. I was going to head to Tulsa. Or you wish you were headed to Tulsa. That's Wednesday. You got like days after that. So did we like the ice wine?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. This is.
I mean, I'm a fan of Barrel. They always do fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
Shirt
just some
darker.
fun stuff.
Yeah, here, turn around, Josh. They want to know what the shirt says on the back.
You can't read it.
It's Spillway Wine Spirits Big Bourbon Block Party.
It's a Waffle House menu. Central Indiana, 12 hours. Roadhouse Jeremy asking about stuff I don't know anything about.
We got Dylan coming from Canada. What part of Canada?
Jeffrey needs a shirt. One of these Waffle House. Y'all gonna be selling Waffle House shirts there?
We can't actually sell shirts. No swag. I have to give it away.
Will
So,
will
yeah,
have a
that'll be
swag
little
tent
bit.
set up in the parking lot though.
He can sell swag.
Somebody asked about, I guess that's a good question, is at the events, you're going to be doing the hourly drops, but you're going to have a lot of local stuff. Some of the stuff we're going to try here tonight, that's going to be for sale. At what time can they go in and buy those things?
So that's becoming difficult as the demand increases and the number of folks show up. I mean, the pecan batch is already going into the lottery because, I mean, we have such a demand for it. And
Yeah, we're going to do what we said,
gonna run out.
40 bottles every hour for the pecan.
for 5 hours.
For 5
In the
hours.
lottery.
Let
Yeah.
that go out in the lottery. The cigar batch will be introduced there with Matt Crittenden. He'll be doing samples at the table.
So as soon
then
as the store
outside
opens, you can
signing
come in and
bottles.
buy a bottle of that.
Yeah, we're going to release them every hour on the hour with the distiller or the distillery there. to
And
showcase.
likely a 1 bottle limit until we've distributed them. And if you want another bottle, come back through the line. I mean, we do want it to be as fair as possible. We have no idea how many people are showing up, and we're trying to get as many bottles out to everybody.
Beach Sand says, my wife will be joining me on my channel for the first time this Friday. Congratulations. It's a game changer. I mean, hopefully my wife has changed the game for us here on this channel. She hasn't helped these lights work. They are now stuck on green, but we'll roll with that. Maybe the next one here, maybe when Joe's super chat pops up, it'll actually change them back to the right color.
They asked if we're going to do a Waffle House takeover on Sunday.
There are conversations being had about that. It's going to be informal because most Waffle Houses have like 7 seats. And so if we do something formal, it's going to be a Waffle House parking lot takeover.
Hash browns in the parking lot. All right, that's gotten better since it's had time to open up.
Yeah, it's
My fresh cork pop on it, doing the blind, I was disappointed.
on the 1924.
I
Right, the
wanted it to have
1924.
so much more because I'm a big Old Forester fan.
It definitely has mellowed a little bit, and like a little bit of the harshness I got originally is gone, and I like it better and better. It's still not a $130 bottle, but I like it better and better. The Seattle Washington was an April Fool's joke. Anyway, it was nice meeting you on Saturday at the allocation. Good times. Appreciate it, Joe. Had a great time. Saturday, Alabama had just a random bracket buster drop, as they call it. No idea what that was about. So I went thinking this whiskey, the hype has gone off of whiskey. It won't be a real big event. It's the day before Easter. Not a lot of people are going to go there. I showed up 45 minutes before they opened. I'm 37th in line. And there were 60 or 70 people by the time the store opened. So I was wrong. I was wrong.
So to answer Andrew, most of it will go into the lottery. The pecan, it's just the most fair way to make sure everybody gets a chance at the pecan. Hopefully we'll be able to release some more later on.
But that means like you already have like 150 bottles allocated each drawing.
So there's 160 every rack.
And then, but is that
And then
including the
another
pecan?
40 of
Okay.
pecan.
So
on
you're gonna
top
have
of
200 on every rack.
200
So like
an hour.
means everybody gets a chance at something each
Yes.
hour.
Plus the
Okay.
bonus racks.
Awesome.
200 chances times 5. We do that same thing every hour for 5 hours straight.
So Matthew, having my first pour of Blanton's for the live. Nice, Matthew. I'm gonna turn these lights off and then back on and see if they go back to the right color.
So Dennis, with that question, your favorite bourbon is going to make your favorite old fashioned, no matter the price.
All right, now we got the lights back, right? So that's a little bit less weird. So explain again for those that are new, for those that are not, accustomed or haven't watched the video. Explain how the release this Saturday is actually going to happen. While I open this, y'all didn't see this in the video, but we're going to try it for the first time here. This is a short barrel cigar batch that I stopped by their place and picked up on my way to Knoxville.
So you show up.
Yeah.
We will release tickets 9 o'clock, and you get a free ticket. Everybody stands in line, just get a ticket. 1 ticket per person with a valid ID. You got to be 21 to get a ticket. Don't bring your kids to try to get tickets. It won't work.
Unless they're 21.
Unless they're 21. And then we call numbers. So the ticket's just a free ticket to get you in line. And then we have a rack full of 20 bottles or 200 bottles every hour for you to choose from. And then the next hour we will pull tickets for the next hour, so on and so forth. There is no benefit to getting there early. We're all getting tickets. It's not like a first come, first serve thing. I mean, your ticket doesn't, whether you get the first ticket or the last ticket, they get pulled randomly. So
Now, everything's done through a auto generator. There's no chance we pull everyone's ticket. So if Will got first place 3 times in a row, that's up to Google, not us. Have no control over that. And to answer Michael Hill, the blueberry will come out in June. That is when we are going to get the blueberry or the Mississippi Bluesberry Crittendens. You haven't tried.
I have not tried. You don't have it here.
No, I'm trying to get Matt to bring a bottle of that and an Amaruna to the store.
I don't care anything about the Ambarana.
He said it tastes like straight carrot cake. And I'm excited.
Okay, I'll try it. I still don't think I'm going to like
Minor
it.
fat kid got excited about carrot cake.
Yeah, I'm not still not going to like it. Yeah, not going to be my jam. So let me know what y'all think about this cigar blend.
I went pissed off Aaron. They said,
Hey, Aaron's mad? What? Oh, you rinsed it again. Whiskey Blender Fraley, what's going on? Hey, I still haven't seen a response to my DM on Instagram. Make sure maybe I'm sending it to the wrong account.
all right, so to answer the previous question, this cigar batch is a blend of straight whiskeys finished in Armagnac, Cognac, rum, and tawny port casks.
So from what I've seen, most cigar cuts are going to be a cognac at the minimum with either a port, an Oloroso, some dessert wine to kind of soften and sweeten it all up. Had a lot of that mint. A lot of them are using Armagnac nowadays, so it's Armagnac, cognac, and port. That's usually your big 3 for most of your cognac blends, whether they want to admit it or not.
I mean, we got in whiskey blender Fraley, if that is Nancy Fraley. She does the blend for my favorite cigar batch, which is the Joseph Magnus back here that I bought this weekend. Let's see. We've got Ben. Let's see if I'm gonna wait for Ben's super chat to pop up and see if the lights actually work this time. Haven't seen. Not sure. I mean, yeah. It's. I mean. Okay. I'm not sure. I think I'm messaging you, but
Couldn't read
should
the
be in a
super
request.
chat.
I'll send you an email or something. It'll be fine. But Ben says, I love cigar blends. What cigars are going to be available at Spillway? Like, y'all
So
can't-
we can't sell cigars. We
Okay.
can't sell tobacco of any sort. I do have a mobile cigar lounge. He's going to come set up Friday for the event. Y'all are welcome to bring your own cigars. I believe he should be selling them. If not, there is a very well-stocked humidor right down the street from the store.
He's setting up for Saturday. He's just showing up Friday.
Someone asked if they could bring their friends, bring some bottles and cigars, and pitch a tent.
I've got plenty of guys saying they're bringing generators, tents, and everything to camp out in the parking lot.
Now we do have crawfish, a food truck with burgers and such, and we have a smokehouse barbecue truck coming. So we do have plenty of food, and it is crawfish season. So
Look like I have a harmonica on my hat. I don't have. These lights are not working. I'm gonna have to turn the lights off. Turn the color off on them. I'm not sure why they're not going back to the right color. We're just gonna roll green. It's like St. Patrick's Day edition in here. What'd y'all think of that cigar batch, though? Y'all like that one?
Yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I didn't like the port.
You don't like the port on it?
I taste the
I thought the
port.
port was pretty subtle, though.
I think port always
It's-
overwhelms the whiskey.
This is a seismic rye. So this is a applewood
I didn't like that.
finish rye, cherrywood finished seismic rye from Company Distilling. JD or Brennan with the super chat with no message. Appreciate the support there, Brennan. JD says, how much is too much whiskey? I do 2 ounces daily. I think if you're drinking 2 ounces a day, fine. If you're doing it in an IV, probably too much. So it depends. You know, if you're like just soaking it through your skin, probably not enough. So it just depends on how you consume it. But I think 2 ounces is just fine. So how's the parking lot? And somebody asked, how's the parking lot? I think it's a pretty good parking
It's
lot.
semi-smooth and
It's
spacious.
a pretty big parking lot too. So you should have lots of room.
It's not in the best repair if my landlord's watching. I mean, please, we could use some repairs, but
Definitely need some stripe jobs done.
I kind of like the apple finish on a rye. I'm starting to find out I
I'm
like
with you on
finished
this one,
ryes
Will.
better than I like finished bourbon. You don't like it?
I taste the cherry, really,
Yeah.
really pronounced,
Yeah.
and it's not a flavor for me.
I didn't
Okay.
like it when we tried it earlier at the Knoxville.
Now, in like a couple months, that might be really good.
who
Or
is,
like in
who
a
is
cocktail,
this?
it'd
This
be
is Company
really, really
Distilling.
good.
Okay.
I dig it. Like, I'm not like, it's a little harsh on the finish to me. But overall, I thought it was pretty good. 2 ounces daily seems far too little, Marcus says.
I do 18 ounces twice a week.
That's the spirit.
That's how we're supposed to do. All right, slide that one down on the end. And now we've got a Davidson Reserve. I don't know much about Davidson Reserve. I think this was a single barrel. It's got a fancy neck tag. All sorts of great things going on with this one. Anybody had Davidson Reserve, let me know in the chat right now if y'all think we're going to like this one. So far, everybody seems to like everything except for there was very split decision on the Seismic. I say split decision. I was the only one that kind of liked it and everybody else didn't. So not split at all.
So, Roadhouse Jeremy, no, cigar blends don't contain any carcinogens. There's no actual tobacco anywhere near them. It's just the flavor profile you get will be reminiscent of tobacco from like a cigar.
Yeah, I think it's designed to be sweet and strong and high proof typically to pair with a cigar. So it's, you know, it's not like it's going to taste like a cigar. So also good news, Maggie is up and running and she's at the transmission shop right now having the last leak I'm aware of fixed. And so I plan on driving her over this weekend. So the 72 Lincoln Continental should be there barring something unforeseen.
No more leaks on Maggie.
No more. Well, I mean, she's pretty
The
old.
last
Like I,
leak.
you know,
I mean, she need depends.
at my age, everything leaks. Like it's fine, you know. I'm not without sin here. Okay, so I give her a little leeway.
I don't want to stand back here anymore.
I don't like that too much.
You don't like that one?
The grain's very pronounced.
Oh, it's oof. Like it is all dusty corn.
It's dust, it's
It is
corn, it's
dusty corn.
barnyard funk.
Which I like. The more whiskey I drink, the more I'm into. But it's definitely like it's interesting for a pour, but I would never sit and drink two.
I mean, maybe if we'd have started with that, it would have gone a little bit better, but I think we've had some better bourbons.
Oh yeah, that is dusty corn there. Man, that's that's something. Let's see. Same bottle, Dustin. What did you think about it? Is it all dusty corn for Dustin? He's chasing the same bottle that we just tried. Several ABC stores walk off with Peerless, Clyde Mays, Castle and Key. Nice, McGulf. No shipping. It's illegal in Mississippi.
Yes,
Okay.
we are fans of Chattanooga whiskey at Spillway.
It's malty. Or at least I think it's malty. Apparently nothing I think's malty is malty. That's what we learned at Dettling.
Can Spillway ship bottles?
No, they can't. That's what somebody was asking right there.
Not in the
Chris
state
is
of
talking about
Mississippi.
can't ship. Make enough blinker fluid. We got her. Blinker fluid is topped off, man. She is ready to roll. I've been rolling in that car without a radio for like, all we got a Bluetooth. And the radio was like super low. You couldn't hear it for like 6 months. 6 months. And I finally called the guy that installed it all for me because I'm waiting on the actual radio to show up so it's not just Bluetooth. And I was like, I got to get this fixed for this road trip. I can't not have a radio the whole freaking trip. And you know what it was? You know what the problem was?
What?
iPhones suck. I just had somebody else pair their phone, worked great. So I just unpaired, paired back. 6 months I haven't had a radio, and I just needed to unpair and repair the freaking car.
Sounds like you had a loose nut behind the wheel.
I did. There was a loose steering wheel nut. All right, so we are 23 minutes into this stream, and we are like 6 bottles in, something like that. And we pre-gamed a little. We pre-gamed just a hair.
Had to warm up the taste buds.
Yes.
I had 2 beers.
He had 2
So
beers.
Justin tried. Yeah, store's gonna be open all day from 10 to 10. Stop by anytime.
So your first drawing's at 9?
No, 10 a.m.
10. So you
Hand
get
out
there at
tickets
9 and start handing out tickets.
We
Okay, I
cannot
got you.
legally sell a bottle till 10 a.m.
Understand.
And
Makes sense.
we will be selling a bottle at 10 a.m. So
Okay, so do y'all want to start? Let's see how we still got some time. We've went through all of the Knoxville stuff that I have. Will took the rum. He took my Weller antique pick that our guide gave us. He took the Old Fitz 8 with him. I don't have any of those to try.
I don't have it either. Here to try.
all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
he didn't bring it. He didn't bring it. He took it
Doesn't
home.
have
with
any
him.
left either.
So we're going to try the stuff that is going to be for sale at the event here in just a little bit, shortly. Again, for those that have just joined, we've got, what is this, 4, 8, 10, 13 bottles of stuff they've brought. I think some of this is some of my bottles to compare it against. But we got 13 things to try. And then after we're done with that, we're going to run some experiments, some tests to try to empty a barrel of whiskey and see how long that's going to take. So what I say is, like, some of these, like the High and Wicked, just some stuff you brought.
Yeah, so
So we can just crack those open and try them?
yeah, that's part of the bonus rack. That Dickel over there is part of the bonus rack.
So we've got a High and Wicked straight rye.
And I believe that's New Riff distillate.
We've got High and Wicked straight bourbon. Both of these very straight as an arrow. We have a George Dickel Leopold Brothers 3-chamber collaboration blend. And y'all know how much I love George Dickel. And then,
Yes, we will be giving away our old used whiskey barrels during the event too.
Here,
nice.
let's take a pause too. I do have a little surprise for the event.
A surprise for the event. Something I don't know about.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay.
But I made a video for it.
Oh,
You
Lord.
just have to
Wait,
watch it. I wonder how close we can see.
Here, you
it.
need me to get it closer?
Hold on. It's not in focus. I can zoom in. I'll zoom in.
Come on
I'll
in.
zoom in right here. Look.
There we go. And mainly we need to hear it.
Okay.
Now I got to figure out how to turn it on.
Come up with something fun. Come up with something creative, and we will be there.
Come to the whiskey event. We're putting Brewzle in a Dunkin' booth.
Oh, God.
If you set up a dunk tank, my fat ass will get in it. If you set up a dunk tank...
What'd you slow it down like that so I sound drunk for?
We wanted to be clear. We wanted to make sure that it was.
Everybody has.
The charity dunk tank is.
Is it like an extra large dunk tank? 'Cause
I asked. They said it should support any weight you put on it.
is it full of bourbon?
I mean, I can put something in it.
Oh, God.
I'm first in line. I'm first in line.
We talking about I'm donating just slapping a paddle.
Do they have to pay to do this? Are the
Yes.
proceeds going to some good cause at least?
Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah, all
Okay.
proceeds are going to go to the Mississippi
right.
Alzheimer's.
Well, we got whiskey.
Slow down. I was like, I didn't sound like that.
So we're going to do. Everyone who donates gets to dunk you, and they get a chance at the OG pecan wood barrel.
No. Okay, he's not going to be there dunking all that. We have Whiskey Richard the Clown there to man the dunk tank most of the day.
Okay.
So the grand finale will be Brewzle in the dunk tank.
We should turn it into the infinity barrel.
The Brewzle Brine Infinity Barrel.
So how many chances are they going to get to dunk him?
As many as they pay for.
Well,
We got a window. We got to have a window. We gotta have a window.
Details have not been worked out. Brewzle is obviously not going to be in the dunk tank for 3 hours.
We got to get you a GoPro.
I do have somebody there that will be in the dunk tank, and the grand prize for your earning tickets, we have pretty well.
That's the original
No, where
double
is
oak.
it?
No,
You're looking for the pecan?
Yeah,
the original.
That's it.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it.
That's the original
there'll be a
pecan.
bottle of one of these. The original, the OG Mississippi toasted pecan. So basically, it's for charity. You throw the ball, you get a chance. They're going to do the Alzheimer's Association will do a drawing at the end. The winner gets the OG Mississippi toasted pecan, the first version. So that's definitely happened. The details of how we're doing it and how much it's going to cost, we hadn't really worked that out with the Alzheimer's Association yet. But yes, the grand finale will definitely be Brewzle in a dunk tank.
I love this.
So yes, man, everybody who gets in line that's 21 and older will get a ticket every hour before the event.
This is going to be nice.
Looks like you need to clean that out.
Oh, it's got a little water in there.
Well, dump it. You don't want to water this
I'm
down.
going to dump you in.
All right.
If you could put
All
beer
right,
in there, I'll do
it's
it.
coming to me. It's coming to me now. Maybe the top 5 tickets go to the grand finale, and the one that actually drops Brewzle wins the bottle.
Okay.
I mean, what if we got
That's what. So
Five
you
good
donate.
arms.
You donate throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, you randomly choose 5 people that have donated and thrown and knocked your clown
We'll
in.
call 5 tickets.
And then 5 people get to throw and see if they can knock me into the water. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Dude, this smells out. This smells out of this world.
What do we get?
Is that a weeder? It's very honestly, that smells like a Weller.
Really good.
It smells like a Weller. Who'd you say distilled this?
supposedly New Rift?
Like it's very sweet forward.
Really smooth.
So this one says distilled in Kentucky. If you look at the other one, it says New Rift on the bottle. Right up here.
It
at the
doesn't
back.
quite taste like a Weller, but it is very fruit floral forward. That's delicious.
So yeah,
What's the strength on that though? It feels like it needs more proof. It is 104 though.
this is a new one that came in on our as an allocation, as a new allocation. It's getting on the B team,
Yeah,
the B team shelf. It's not making it to the full lottery, but we'll roll it out. And
it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a little dustiness there that I'm just not super in love with, but I love all the sweetness. Like that's a solid bottle. Jeff, we missed Jeff's super chat. Rocking my new Bourbon Hunter hat. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it, Jeff. We will have a full merch tent at Spillway as well, and we've held back a lot of those Bourbon Hunter hats. These new Brewzle Orcas right here. A lot of shirts we've had printed that have not gone onto the site yet.
And we got a new design coming just for Spillway.
Yep. Buck is headed up on Friday. Looking forward to meeting everyone. Make sure you've registered Buck for the event on Friday at Cathead at Old Soul. So we're going to do a barrel pick at Old Soul on Friday. We're going to be there all day, touring, filming. They're bottling our barrel picks. In the evening, we're going to have an event there. The first 50 people there get to help us pick a barrel of whiskey. They're going to bottle that barrel right there on site, and you'll be able to pick it up.
Well, they put the mash bill in here, but God, if I could.
Is
read
it Weeder?
I mean,
It's
is
super,
tiny.
super fruity.
Corn, rye, and your favorite, malted barley.
So
Wow,
not
they
a
got a
genius.
lot of
malted
fruit
barley.
out of that. It's 10%.
Yeah.
I mean, just a hair. 10%'s not in that realm where it just like really stands out to me though. Typically. Yes, Will is my son. This is Jill's clone.
Yeah.
You see, they look fairly similar. They're about the same size. They have similar facial hair.
Your mom's way prettier.
So mom has a mustache? That's crazy.
No, but you don't either.
No. Hey, there's some there.
Compared to us three, it's not.
Well, yeah, I'm not 40 years old either, so.
I'm not.
Jay Franco, how did y'all meet? So the folks at Spillway here sent me an email. Really, probably it's about a month ago last year, and just invited me to their event. And I was like, that sounds like fun. So I made time and went. And honestly, we're looking for more stores to do fun stuff with. There's just not that many stores doing really fun stuff. Like we don't really. I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing stuff with a store that has super high secondary markups. Like you can mark it up a little bit, like that's just fair. I understand that, but like do something fun, do something unique, do something interesting. Send me an email, let me know what that is. But most stores they're just liquor stores. They're not doing really super fun events. And you know, these folks here understand how to market. They understand how to do really crazy things. They've invited us on barrel picks. A lot of the cool stuff that we've focused on. Crittenden's, the video with Crittenden's, Dettling, Old Dominic. We did a barrel pick video with some distilleries we could never get access to, all set up and orchestrated by these folks. And so, you know, they're helping us get to know a lot of small distilleries we wouldn't know otherwise that are doing cool stuff. They're getting us access to things that we can film that we couldn't otherwise do.
Like dunk tanks.
And then they're doing super fun things like putting me in a dunk tank. So I'm down with it.
So the audio issues, we have 4 mics going. You're going to get a lot of echo from all 4 of us.
Yeah, it's just too many mics, man. If I'm just being honest, Tim, sorry. You can bump it up a little bit. I could bump it up a little bit. It's just 4 mics.
We need to
So,
branch out
We're
to more
flexing the
stores and more
capabilities in
states.
here tonight.
Yeah.
If you see, we don't really fit either. Like
No, it's like we're gonna
everybody
have
gets to
to
sit down.
we're gonna have to set up a bigger bar in the next studio for sure. See you at Old Soul, ticket procured, awesome. And if we've got somebody that's got a link, drop it in here. Let's make sure everybody has access to that. We got Cheech in the house, man. Cheech, hopefully everything's going all right for you, man. You feel better after your accident. So does Red Label mean good? We're about to find out on this High and Wicked.
So liquor stores, we get access to barrel picks through working with the brokers, working with the vendors, buying a lot of product from them.
I know Jill's down here to tap you in the leg already.
No, she's here to. Will's hair looks like he's been riding with his windows down on the way here in his little Datsun.
I was going to show the new.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to cover that that mop you got going on there.
No.
Why?
These are the new hats we got.
Jill told me to stop being mean to Will.
A little different than your patch, though.
Well, this one's a Brewzle, but yeah, it's a little lighter color, so you can see the design a little better. I thought he was ordering more Brewzle hats too, to be honest with you, not just the Bourbon Hunter stuff, but I was misunderstanding. We did talk about it, but I thought the conversation that we talked about ended with us splitting them, but it did not.
Ash, Josh is right here. I won't know where you're from or where you're at.
Here, try the rye.
Right here,
He's right there.
making my presence known.
Are there door prizes?
Okay, so about that, you can take your ticket when you get your name called. You get in line, you get your turn. If there's nothing on the shelf that you like, we typically have some door prizes that the distributors give us. This year, we will also be giving away our empty barrels. We have way too many barrels left over from our barrel picks. So if indeed you would rather take home a free empty barrel, they will be outside. You can put your name on it and load it up when you leave. So yeah, we will.
That's
be having
real
some.
soft.
Yeah, both of these have been very subtle. What's the proof on that one? Is it the same?
This one's gonna be 90. 95 rye, 5 malt.
I
What
want,
malt we don't know.
like, honestly, for a 95.5 rye, it's not too rye forward. I think the softness probably helps it. If it were like super intense, it would probably be too much rye. I like it. I don't love it as much as like a very bourbon-esque rye. But for that might be one of my favorite 95.5s though.
It's a very solid pour.
Yeah.
Real soft, kind of a little sweet note on the back end.
But both of those are good whiskeys.
Yeah.
They've done a good job with that for sure.
You got it. You remember how much those are?
Not all.
Somebody with the list out there.
Yeah, it's gonna say it's on our list.
Tell us
I
how
have
much.
a, I have a 280Z
Bully Breed. I'm
crush.
in Little Rock and Hot Springs all the time, rock crawling. Send us a message to the store. I'll come hang out with you and drink whiskey.
Tell us about your Datsun, Will. You gotta jump in.
280ZX, 128,000 miles. Pretty much perfect condition.
1983.
Yeah, 83.
T-tops.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's a very nice car.
It's got a small amount of rust,
I think I
but that's just on where the spare tire is. That's it.
Seth, no, a barrel will not fit in your Civic. It will fit in the trunk of a 1972 Lincoln Continental. I have tried. Somebody asked earlier about updates on the beer we are working on. I have not tried it for a month. We are going to let these things ride out. We are talking about maybe having a get-together here in October. And if we can pull that off, which we're trying to make some headway on that pretty soon, if we can pull that off, we're just going to keg them and have those available, whether they're ready or not. Like, they're going to be good, but like, whether they're perfect or not, we're going to keg them at that point. John says don't try to pronounce his name. Understand that, John. Let's see. We missed a couple of super chats. Bully Breed, you need to come back to Arkansas, Little Rock, and Hot Springs area. I'm sure I will at some point. Like, we had a fun time in our vacation up that way. I'm sure I'll make it through. I'm just trying to get to all states, so we're prioritizing places we have not been. Josh over here is trying to talk me into flying into Seattle and hitting the Pacific Northwest sometime later this year.
I'm trying to talk him into flying me up there too.
And then we're obviously looking to try to hit the East Coast here starting pretty soon. Jay Franco, cheers to that friendship. Always great chemistry, and it seems genuine and natural with you guys. Salute. Appreciate it. I mean, that's all I want are fun people to hang out with. That's literally it. Like, how much have I charged you for all of this?
Oh, I mean, it benefits us both. So I mean,
Nothing's the
there's
answer,
nothing.
right?
The
He
answer's
gives me
nothing.
some bottles sometimes. Like, he did load me up, but like, I didn't ask for any of that. And apparently the locals didn't like it.
I mean, he bought me dinner tonight. That was.
I did buy you dinner tonight.
Thank you.
I
Well,
did. I did.
to be fair, with that being said, our vendors, our brokers, they're the ones that gave you those bottles.
Okay, well, even better. See, wasn't even their bottles.
Yep.
Are you guys
They
gonna-
knew who you were. They knew why you were there. They knew what you did. They're like, look, give him all this. If he makes a good video about it, we can post it and we can help grow that brand.
We negotiated the deal. We were the in between. But yeah, no.
Are y'all gonna have dwarf prices on Saturday?
they
If
answered it,
all
didn't
goes well and they actually bring us the stuff again this year, which usually all of our brokers are really good about bringing all kind of goodies for us.
Good swag. And again, the barrels, like we will give away the empty barrels if you prefer to use your ticket for that.
What about store picks on Saturday?
So all of our current store picks we have in store will be available. The two we have from Crittenden's were shipped hopefully today. We should have those tomorrow, so they will be available during the event. Dettling will be available during the event. The K.LUKEs are not store picks. We will be dropping them with Jonathan Massano, though, during the event. And I'm trying to get another distiller up from Lafayette, Louisiana, to drop a small barrel with us.
So who all's going to, like, distillery-wise? Did you go through everybody that's going to be there?
So, Philip Westmoreland, who owns Distillery of KGN, or Cajun's Cut, he's going to be there whether his product can make it or not. He'll still be there. We'll have Matt Crittenden, Seth Dettling, Jonathan Massano from K.LUKE, and then we'll have the guys down from Old Dominic. I know this isn't your favorite brand, but what do you think?
We
That's
all-
the second best Dickel I've ever
We
had.
always try to slip a little Dickel in.
That's the second best Dickel I've ever. I did have what I was told was a Blue Note 17 that was a Dickel. That was the best Dickel I've ever had. And this, like, a hint of the minerality. Just a real subtle hint on the
It's got
nose.
that barnyard funk.
And then, yeah, but the kind of oaky funkiness dissipates. And so when Dickel's right, it turns it from Flintstone vitamins to Fruity Pebbles. Still Flintstones, but like a whole different thing, right? Like just very fruit forward. That's a good bottle.
So this
That's
is
a good
a
bottle.
rye whiskey though. This is a blend of
I mean,
straight
even better.
rye.
Like I like it better that it's a rye because
Yeah.
you're like the rye really works. So that's a Dickel rye.
It is.
So maybe why the minerality's a lot less on it. A lot less. Brennan, odds of a trip to West Coast Canada. Right now I'm sipping some award-winning single cask rye and B Words bourbon from one of our many craft distilleries. Maybe. I have a client work-wise on the West Coast of Canada. I did get up there a few months ago. Didn't have any time to do any bourbon stuff. So we had talked about maybe when we go to the Pacific Northwest, maybe we head up across the border there and see what's going on.
For people asking earlier, the High and Wicked bourbon is going to be $99. The rye is going to be $89. And I just saw someone ask about JT Meleck. JT Meleck makes a very solid rice whiskey. Atelier or Atelier, I don't remember how to say his name exactly. He makes a very good rice whiskey.
Okay.
That's another little micro distiller I need to get you to.
Damn. And we're talking
He's
with
in
JT.
New Orleans.
So we're talking with JT Meleck. We're going to go down and film a video there and do a barrel pick with them here fairly soon. I think toward the end, like maybe within the next month or two, we're going to get down there and do a barrel pick. So Riley says, will I be going live on Saturday? Probably not. Maybe shortly, maybe a little bit. But honestly, it may be a TikTok live or something like that. We might try to set up a YouTube live, but we're going to be filming a video of it, and it's hard to do a video and live at the same time. So we will see, but I just don't expect that we're going to do a YouTube live that day.
Like asking about the bonus racks. It's kind of just a wheel them out, one bottle per person situation on those. They'll be wheeled out randomly.
Yeah, we're not going to disclose. Like you'll have to find them. I mean, it's.
They'll be near the throne. That's all we can say.
There you go.
Did you say these were like $80 and $90?
Yeah, 89 and 99.
So 90 and 100.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. That's a bit expensive for those. They're good.
They are.
It's a bit much for them.
Yeah.
The Dickel, your second favorite Dickel is 120.
That?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $120. It's like I like it. I'm not. Hey, you get $50. Sure, sign me up. 120. Y'all can have a good time with that one.
When are we setting up the cruise?
The Brewzle Cruise. What? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the Brewzle Cruise.
Well, we're doing a cruise later this year. We're not doing a Brewzle Cruise because we got invited on somebody else's cruise. And I was just like, let's just make it a Brewzle Cruise. And my wife is like, no, don't do that. That was the leg tap last week when I tried to suggest that. I got tapped under the table here a couple times. And then I just bailed on that whole project. So we probably won't do a formal like take over a whole boat because we don't have that much clout. But at some point we might do a cruise and just invite y'all on it.
That's pretty funny, Sam.
What'd Sam say? Oh, you need a comically large Glencairn for the dunk take in honor of Aaron. I don't know. I will drink an Amberana finished George Dickel if somebody actually can knock me into the dunk tank. How about that? What's up, Joshua? How are you doing? Thanks for joining. It might be a Disney Brewzle Cruise. It might not be. We need something like less kid friendly.
Yeah, Royal Caribbean.
The green is just sticking, man. The lights are just it's a crapshoot tonight.
It's just ambiance.
Yeah.
Fair price for bookers is usually right around $100. That's a fair MSRP. I see everywhere for that.
John says, any Ben Holladay picks left? Well, we are going up there in a couple of months, I think July, so maybe a few months. We're going to do an event on Saturday that's their event. Sunday, we're going to do as many barrel picks as they'll let us. I'd like 6 of them. Give me 6 barrels. I'll take 3 wheaters, 3 bourbons. I don't know if they're going to do that, but we'll pick as many barrels as they'll let us pick. We're going to do a distillery takeover, have a bunch of people there. And then the next day, we're supposed to stay an extra day. And I can't even talk. Stay an extra day, and we're supposed to do an 18-barrel blend. a lot like the blend that came out this week that some other folks did. So we're gonna have lots of Ben Holladay over the remainder of this year.
So I believe the Crittenden Pecan is going to be right around the $80. The Dettling is going to be $88.99.
Get these out of the way here. That one could stay.
Yeah, it'll come back in comparison here in a little while.
All right, so we're going to start talking about, we've got some bottles here that they are going to have available there at the event, and we are going to try those and see. And I've got some of the previous releases to compare. We also have some Brewzle picks. I think we're going to start with the Brewzle picks, and we will then get into the picks that y'all can actually buy at the Spillway event.
So we I don't know how much you know about geography down in Mississippi, but we left Jackson, drove to Hattiesburg to meet Matt Crittenden to grab some bottles. And the fastest way to Opelika, Montgomery area is to go through Mobile. So we literally went from the center of the state down to the coastline, bounced back up to the center of Montgomery, Alabama today to pick up some bottles, of which we got some of our store picks, but he dropped off.
So you went all the way down to his distillery?
No, we
went to Hattiesburg. We were real close. But he had 2 of Brewzle's picks already bottled up, so we were able to grab them today.
So this is the last 4-grain pick we got for the Brewzle Club. If you want to be a member of the Brewzle Club where we release these, you can do so. Just sign up for Patron. That's the easiest way. You got to join on a lower tier. Eventually, we'll open up tiers and allow you to move up and get higher access. But that's where our barrel picks go. This was one that we released several months ago. And this right here is the other 4-grain he found. As far as I know, this is the last 4-grain bourbon that he has available. Now, he did find some 4-grain ryes, and we're gonna sample those. He's supposed to bring us some samples this weekend. So I want y'all to try both of these and let me know your thoughts on the one we're about to have versus the one we did before.
Yeah, I think you had this one on film where he found it. Like it
Oh
was
yeah,
that
was in the video. It was a forgotten
barrel.
4-grain, yep.
And you could tell the difference in the bottles. That it sat there a little while
Matt,
longer.
I don't make a 4-grain whiskey. Matt, what's this right here? It's 4 grains on the barrel.
Honestly, the 4-grain we just did is one of my favorite barrel picks we've done, because this is one of those that changed my mind about rye whiskey. And I know this is a bourbon, but it's a high rye bourbon. And so the ryeness on this is just out of this world good. The mouthfeel is fantastic. This is one of the best barrels, and we bought a lot of really nice barrels. This is one of the best barrels we've ever bought.
That's good stuff.
They're asking about your Ben Holladay 18.
Somebody was asking, what'd they ask about it?
Members only.
The 18, dude, that should be 3,000 plus bottles. We're going to drop it to Patron, but if you're on the free tier, you should have access to all of that you want, barring something really crazy. If crazy stuff happens, nothing I could do, right? But we're going to have when that drops, it's going to be a no holds barred, buy as many as you want, all the way through the Patron tiers, and then to everybody, right? So 3,000 bottles, if that doesn't get to everybody, I would be shocked.
All right, mash bill on this one: 51.5% corn, 36.5 rye, 8.5 malted rye, 8.5 malted barley.
Is that the same as the other one? Is this the other?
Let's see.
That's the other one.
That one says 51.5, 36.5. Yep, same mash bill.
Same mash bill.
Just sat in the barrel. Let's see, this was bottled on 9/7/2023. And this one was barreled on 2/22/24.
Dustin, you're not wrong. If you blink, you're going to miss Crittenden's and pass right by them.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the beauty of it. Almost like TJ getting lost going to Dettling.
I didn't get lost, but it said go straight, and that was straight. You had to turn. It said my GPS said go straight, but you didn't have to go straight. You had to turn. I was already stopped going back when I saw y'all.
So the first time when we went down there to Dettling's, we actually we ran his wife off the road in order to even get down there.
You just met her head on?
Yeah, pretty much. So we don't let Bobby drive too much.
Lord.
So on these 4 grains, like the more I drink, the more I like the new one, the fresh barrel. But you can taste the chocolate of the malt a little more. Like the malt impact is a little stronger on this one, maybe because it stayed in the barrel another year. But the more I drink it, the more that malt impact is actually really nice. Like it's not super strong, overwhelming, but these are very, very similar, but quite a bit different as well.
Colin, I think Rio Batch 3 is what they're on now. And if it is, and I tried it the other day, it's
You like the newer
very,
better?
very high on
You like that little bit of
A little more
maltiness
age,
on it?
Yeah, like
Which
it's-
one? The first one?
I like the older one, like the little more age on that.
Well, the older one's this one. Isn't it?
No, that's
so.
6 year in his hand.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the one we peeled all the wax off of, so I thought this was the one
No,
that was the older one.
That was the younger one.
Well, that
This one
is
we just
that is
popped.
by older one. I mean, that is the older barrel pick.
Oh yeah.
This is the newer barrel pick.
Yes, and it had
Yeah.
more age in the barrel.
Yeah, so
And
it's
it
an
has
older
no- I mean,
whiskey
and you can
for
even
sure.
tell it is a little darker. I don't know if you can tell the camera with the green lights behind us. but-
The more I drink it, the more I like it. But I just love this one so much. I think y'all are going to really, if you had this 4 grain and you love this 4 grain, you're going to love this one as well. But it's super interesting the subtle differences between them.
So, Colin, it should say on the label which batch it is down there. I think the bottom middle. You have a
Somebody with better eyes. When
wild
was this
Penelope
distilled?
around here.
Can you see when that was
I gotta
distilled?
put- I gotta
I'm
put
wondering
the
if
light
these
on it.
were distilled at the same time. Yeah, people don't realize how dark it is looking back
Yeah.
this way,
Barreled
right?
on
Even worse now that the lights are green.
September
Yes,
7th,
Colin.
2017.
It was what?
Bottom right
Barreled
hand
on
side.
September
will tell you the
7th,
batch.
2017.
It was bottled on.
September 7th, 2023.
So September 7th, 2017. What about that one? When was it distilled? When was it barreled, I guess?
September 7th, 2017.
So same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that
Same.
one sat in there for how much longer?
This one was bottled on
That
February
was September.
22nd.
So give it another 5 months old.
Okay, so 5 months older than this one. And it's definitely different. Matthew with the super chat. Appreciate the support there, Matthew.
Which is fun. I mean, to be able to get the exact same juice going in, just taste the difference in the age is.
Yeah, the malt gets a little bit stronger, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like a high malt where I get like the 20+% malt where I'm not a huge fan. It's just the malt impact is a little stronger on that one, the newer one to me, which is really interesting. It's a little more, honestly, it's a little more complex and a little more well-rounded, but I do love the kind of light rye flavors of the original one. So it's tough. Honestly, I need to blind those at some point to make sure I'm not biased toward the old. For
Bourbon
sure.
Hunter, there will be a lot of samples at the event.
All the
A
samples.
lot of good food and a lot of samples.
Are you creating an infinity blend over there of all the stuff we've tried? Is that what you're doing? We're going to have to try that at the end, aren't we? It's going to have his spitting all of it.
A little backwash never hurt anybody.
The next barrel pick we're going to try here is the new Crittenden's Double Oak, which I'm excited about because the reason I'm excited is the last Double Oaked I got, it was not my pick.
Hey, look, I got a fan club going there.
What you got?
Hey, Jill.
Jill?
Yeah, she's shouting out
She
there.
likes everybody, man. She's nice to everybody.
Come on, man.
You know, it's not just
about
you.
me.
She's nice to everybody.
It's all about me.
This was Spillway's Double Oaked pick, and this was Double Oaked for like 6-ish months. This was put in that oak at exactly the same time, exactly the same day, but then he left it in there another year and a half. So this has been Double Oaked for 2 full years, and I'm very, very excited to try this.
And it's dark and sultry.
It
Look
is
at
so
that.
dark. Like the color on that is absurd. Here, y'all can try that one. I'm going to try it versus the normal Double Oaked here. I say normal by other Double
I mean, I
Oaked.
think Jill likes me. Mate, you think she was tapping me on the leg? What'd I say?
She might have been leg
What'd I
tapping
say?
me. I don't know.
We're talking to Josh Gamble, I think.
I think she was talking to Joshua Gamble
Hey,
on
Joe,
here.
so if you drive
yeah,
down,
that's what she was
if you
doing.
go to our Facebook page, you can see every item and every hour that we're going to be dropping. So you have good chances of getting the old fits. Don't remember if we had any Russells in there. Russell's 13?
Nope.
No, I think he drank it all.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The old Crittenden's Double Oaked is good. I like it. It's not out of this world different from his normal stuff. Like 6 months in the oak was not enough. So I'm interested to see what another year and a half is going to do to it. Oh, that smells different for sure. Much oakier.
Is that the original one?
That is the OG right there. Oh my God. That's a whole different experience than the
I get a
original.
lot of oak, a lot of cinnamon.
Dude, that just gets better and better. Like every sip of that is better than the last sip. Will, you're a double oak fan. Did you get some of it? What are you drinking?
I don't know.
You're still working on something. He doesn't even know. Did you try that? Try that double oaked.
This one?
Yeah. Will is my double oak tester here. So this one is hands down better than the original. Now, you gotta like oak. If you don't like the oak, it's gonna be too much oak for you. But this has, man, that's beautiful.
So I like what Jeff's talking about there on the super chat. It's a 27-year-old Obtainium light whiskey, cask strength, like
Yeah.
180 proof.
That's good.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. He's talking about 23-year-old. That just sounds like it'd be delicious.
So we got Jerry. Do y'all want to sip on some Foursquare Saturday? I mean, if you brought it by, I wouldn't say no, Jerry. I appreciate the offer. Jeff, have you heard of Old Raleigh? Went to the release of their new cigar blend, which was good, but they had a 23-year-old Canadian that was 142 that drank like 100, and it was like buttered toast. Well, I mean, I'm a fan of buttered anything, but we have tried some Old Raleigh. We liked it. We had an Old Raleigh cigar that was out of this world. Jill has put a hit out on Old Raleigh. She's like, hey, go find me some. Let's get some whiskey. She loves the name, and so she wants to try some Old Raleigh whiskey. So I've got to find her some. I'm sure we will at some point.
They said you need to get me a toasted peerless.
A toasted peerless? I don't think I have it. I have a bunch of peerless. I don't think I have a toasted. I got a double oak peerless, though. That's
Yeah.
one of the ones you love so
Yeah,
much.
that's one I liked.
Yeah, that's a really good double oak.
Okay, that's
Honestly, I think I like that Crittenden's better. The 2-year Crittenden's better than that peerless, though.
That's
But
as good as
I'd
a-
have to blind it to be for sure.
that is as good as a double oak gets. I am just not a fan of all of that oak.
You're not a double oak fan, though.
I am
yeah.
not. I
yeah.
am not.
You don't like it. So we had the 13th Colony double oak earlier. He didn't like that. And that's
I mean,
the one everybody's
the
looking
Woodford
for.
double oak is.
You don't like the Woodford double oak?
Not even a fan.
Okay.
I mean, like,
So, Bud, they just don't offer anything other than, I think, the benchmark number 8, the regular everyday benchmark. That's the only one we get offered in Mississippi. Otherwise, we would take the full lineup. It's just distiller issues.
Casey says, what will the double oak go for? So that double oak right there is for the Brewzle Club. So sign up for Patreon if you want access to that. I think there's a chance. I cannot guarantee it. There's a chance it will be in the drop at the end of this month. We are trying to wait on at least 5 barrels. Right now we have 3 barrels, and we're waiting on Crittenden's to send some barrels. I'm hoping those are there. How much it'll go for, I do not know. A normal Crittenden's is cheap stuff. So that's one of the things I love about it. It's really good and it's affordable. A normal Crittenden's bottle is like 50-ish bucks. By the time he gets it into Texas and all that, it might be a little more. It might be 60. I don't know. I haven't seen the actual wholesale cost on it, but Crittenden's is normally a pretty affordable bottle of whiskey. That's one of the things I love so much about it, because a lot of these whiskeys, like the High and Wicked stuff, that was really good. Like, I mean, it's not like, I don't want to oversell it, but that was a good bottle. It's like 80, 90 bucks though. It's like, you know, that definitely puts a bit of a damper on it. Whereas like Crittenden's for 50 bucks for his bonded, man, you could just have a good time and not worry about it.
all right, benchmark bonded. We don't always get all the fun stuff in Mississippi. We are in Mississippi. We don't get Saturday Night Live till Monday morning.
Sweeter vanilla bourbon, I would try Brothers Bond would be a good one, or the TX Blended, both under $40 in most markets. Real good, easy drinker. And then the Jack Daniel 14-year-old is not in market yet. It has been sent for approval to the TTB to get the label approved. I don't know if it's ever been bottled.
All right, just to let y'all know, we're going to try, we've got a lot more bottles to try here, and then we're going to see how long it takes to empty a barrel of whiskey. We'll explain that later. We're definitely going to have to go, we're going to go longer than 9 o'clock. I'm just going to let y'all know. Normally we call this at 9. Not going to happen today because we got 30 minutes and we still got a lot of bottles to try. And the next bottle is the new blended batch of Mississippi Toasted Pecan from Crittenden's. And I've got, as a comparison, OG batch 1 right here.
And J. James, yes, I am the resident rye fan.
You're the
At
rye guy.
store. I do like a rye whiskey.
Jeffrey, if you get a chance to try the A.M. Scott single barrels, I highly recommend it. Started as MGP juice, but it's still super good, and they are doing more themselves. Nice, Jeffrey. I'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Tracy S. Josh is the owner, and then I am the general manager.
You're the do whatever Josh says guy.
Pretty much. And
Oh,
to make
come
sure
on,
he
man.
does what's he
And then the beg to fly to the Pacific
Right.
Northwest guy.
He's also my.
That one, man. I'm fat and fuzzy. I want to go to where it's cold.
What's your most underrated bourbon?
Most underrated? Like, what's underrated? These like people hate on Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels single barrel proof, not a bourbon. Freaking underrated, delicious stuff. And I'm trying to pick like folks who actually distill their own stuff, right? I mean, I've been singing the praises of Holladay. That's probably not underrated anymore these days.
I don't know if it's underrated, but I am a big fan of Wild Turkey 101.
Well, that's exactly what I was looking at. Wild Turkey 101, but like I think it's underrated because it's in every store everywhere.
Yeah, but I
dude,
mean,
have you had
for
the
price, I mean, you're getting a killer bottle.
have you had the 12-year-old Wild Turkey 101?
Ooh, that's sexy.
No. I've been
8-year-old
looking-
Wild Turkey 101?
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
try those here in
We're
just a
gonna get
minute
that.
right
I
there.
like
These
that.
are export only. You think Wild Turkey 101's good? This right here is like out of this freaking
That
world,
kinda
Have
made
you
man.
That
tried
made
the
the hair on my back
Japanese
stand up.
Four Roses?
I have not had a Japanese Four Roses.
I will do my best to remember to bring you with me when you come this weekend.
Is the toasted pecan for Spillway or for the Brewzle?
No, these are Spillway. We are now done with the Brewzle picks that I have here. These are Spillway.
You have your own pecan.
I think
coming.
you have some pecan.
You get
coming.
8 barrels.
I am supposed to. Yes. So this is your bottle. These are these are his bottles. He brought one that he will have for sale at the store. I am supposed to have a barrel's worth of this toasted pecan coming to the Brewzle Club for sure.
The Pecan 2.0 is a batch release, so he married several barrels together to make it.
So it should be exactly the
Yeah,
same
we
thing.
should be getting
Yep.
exactly the same whiskey on this one.
Into BBQ with the monster super chat, finishing the tasting off with something insane like William LaRue Weller. Have you had William LaRue Weller?
I have. It's been a while.
Have you had William LaRue Weller?
Last time
With
he
you
was
last
here.
time.
Well, we will end the stream with WLW. That's what we're going to
Mid-engine
finish with.
Corvette. So long as they bring them, we'll have them.
How close are we? I mean, like,
I think
So-
I think the pecan impact is stronger on the new one. Like I think it is a stronger, like almost like a tobacco flavor to it. In this context where we have tried a lot of whiskeys and your palate starts to desensitize a little bit, I would prefer the new release because I feel like the flavors are a little stronger. I might change my mind if it's the first pour of the day and everything's more subtle.
all right, so the history behind this is an exclusive Mississippi Sippers Spillway Wine and Spirits release. Basically, Matt Crittenden, one-man distiller, we help him make barrel finishes. This has toasted pecan staves from Mississippi that are sourced out of Raymond, Mississippi.
Is this his normal bonded stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
this
I
is
don't-
normal bonded.
this is
that we-
bottled-
Almost feels like it has a little higher malt impact to it.
We
it
hand
could just be the
char
pecan.
and kiln dry all
Yeah.
the pecan that goes in. The pecan staves. Some might get a little bit more char than others. Some might get a lot of char. Some might
Right.
just be toast.
But yeah, we built this one. We had one barrel. It was wildly popular, so we've now gone to a batch, and we're, it's not a exact science. We're basically have to put it together, blend them, and come up with a common flavor and try to match what we made previously.
What are you doing?
They wanted to zoom in.
Hey, how about you just
You
bring
were-
it back here
you
where it's
were
in
pouring.
focus and I will zoom in.
I was trying to help
Like
you
just
out while you
right
were
there,
there drinking
right there.
more.
Look
Let's
at
do
this.
that. Turn it around so
This
people
is
can see
high
it. Right there.
tech right here.
Highfalutin.
Right there. That is the label. It's a fancy label. It's maybe a little too fancy for the camera. But
there.
there we go. Now
Will
y'all
the
can
pecan
see.
be available or is it going to be on the racks?
So 200 of them will go into the racks. 40 bottles every hour.
For 5 hours. So 5 drawings. There's 40 bottles available at each drawing. It's the best way we can I mean, this is one of the most sought after things on our rack. I mean, we get calls about it all of the time. So we were trying to distribute it the best that we can so everybody gets a fair shot.
I was just asked that you wear his cape for the throne.
I wear his cape.
Yes, his Christmas cape.
Is a Christmas cape for the throne or for
Your
the
Christmas
dunk
cape?
tank?
No. You might drown in that one.
I feel like I'm like taking it. I'm pushing. I've got so many
mayor
bottles in
cape.
front of me, and there's like a countertop over here. I feel like I'm pushing y'all off the screen here. Bob says cherry wood Crittenden's is phenomenal. I agree, Bob. That's a really, really good bottle. We're going to finish the last Crittenden's we have here tonight, and then we've got stuff from 2 more distilleries we want to try. And this one is the new Stogie batch, Mississippi Sippers Crittenden's Cut Above Cigar Blend right here. Tell me about this one a little bit.
So that is something me, Bobby, and Dan have been wanting to do with Crittenden's for a while. Most of the sippers, we're all big cigar enthusiasts. We really like cigar batch whiskeys. We don't like some of the real stronger, sweeter ones that you get in the market. So we wanted to come to market with a very cigar enthusiast whiskey that's not really sweet, not really heavy on any certain note, blends very well, and just has a very good long-lasting finish.
And they did that with a blend of bourbon whiskeys in cognac, Armagnac, port barrels, and añejo tequila barrels.
So I did have a little sample of this before we streamed. And it was just kind of almost like tangerines. Like it was just like really kind of fruit all the way through the middle. I really like this. This might be one of the better, I mean, it's hard to say with Crittenden's. I was about to say one of the better finished Crittenden's, but like the toasted pecan, it's one of the better just like double oaked, and I consider that pecan double oaked Crittenden's that I've had.
All right, I get all the tangerine now.
Tangerines, yep. Yeah.
Tangerine
It's just all
comes-
through the middle, right?
It's all right there. You get that
Yeah.
really long vanilla tobacco finish on it. Yeah, I might be buying a case of that myself.
Yeah, I've got to have some of that. Ryan says, does Crittenden's ship to Pennsylvania? No, but I think we will, and we should have a lot of Crittenden's. He's getting into Texas, so he could ship straight from his website. I think he's talking to the retailer we use. So I think he will be able to ship to every state we can ship to here pretty soon. And if Seth or Grant are in the chat still, they can let you know what those states are not. Like there's a bunch of states. He'll let you know what states we don't ship to.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying to get as much Crittenden's to you guys as we can get out.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest problem he has is just getting it to people.
Yeah.
So PJ, unfortunately, being in Mississippi, we
Get these
can't
out of the
ship in or out of Mississippi. Only way to get our stuff is to come to the store, hang out with us for a little bit. It's worth a layover.
The layover in Jackson. All right, so this is the pick. If you watched the video a week ago last Friday where we were at Dettling's down in South Alabama, this is your pick. So what I'm going to do, though,
All right, that Stogie batch is amazing.
the Stogie batch is really good.
That's really,
yeah, it's really good.
I'm gonna need another glass.
I'm going to give y'all a third glass because
Another glass. I'm
what
not
you're
pouring
going to try is you're also going to try my 2 Dettling picks.
All right.
So we are going to try your Dettling pick right here.
I'm saving my Stogie batch.
Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna grab you another glass.
You got a whole bottle there.
Yeah, he gave me one.
All right, here. Did you get a
We're
third?
trying 3 Dettlings.
I got 3.
Okay.
This is 3 Dettlings right here?
We're going to try 3 Dettlings. You're going to just pour a small sample of that because I need to take a little bit for some other folks to try. So don't over pour my samples here because I'm about out.
That's how you know it's good juice. He done drunk most of it.
So as in your samples, as in these are.
Yeah,
the
the
two that you
the
picked.
first one you're getting is the high rye, and the second one you're getting is the less rye. A little more closely related to what you picked, but not as malty.
So the high rye was the second one, I believe, right?
Yeah. So Seth hit me up and he's like, "Hey man, we might have a little problem. I think your barrel was 519, not 514." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Because it says like we signed up for 514, and he's like, "Yeah, I almost sold the 519 barrel today, but I think it's your barrel. I think somebody just wrote down the wrong number." So I think his son just wrote the wrong number on the bottle, and so instead of 519, he wrote 514. So this, the high rye one, almost got sold out from under us.
That's
It's 5 something.
But he caught it before he did it. So this first one is yours.
that's Dettling.
That is, y'all watched the video, right? That is all the malt. That is just chocolate.
Into barbecue, yes, we are going to finish with an insane pour of
WLW. Yeah, that's
Totally going
The
to happen.
last super chat, Kyle headed to St. Louis. Other than Ben Holladay, what should I keep an eye out for? Jay Reiger would probably be another local you should grab a bottle of. While you're there, if you're from far away, Rocktown out of Arkansas, you could probably find that around there as well. So those would definitely be the 3 I would grab in that area. So this one is good. This one is way too much malt for my taste.
Non-existent.
Where'd you start, at the front?
Liver
Yours.
strong over here.
I started with yours.
Yeah.
It's just dark chocolate.
Yeah.
If you like
yeah.
dark chocolate on your whiskey, you're gonna
So-
love it. It's not me.
So the first one we picked was just 100% dark cocoa. Like,
Yeah, that's yours.
You,
Yeah.
No, that's
was more
white.
than that.
So to our very
you're talking about your
barrel,
first pick,
our white
yeah.
wax one,
Yeah.
you couldn't tell me there was
Okay.
any other flavor but dark chocolate.
So that one's light compared to it, but it's just too over the top for me. Like the malt just dominates that one. And I know it's only 3%. I only know that now. I did not know that before, but it is just super malt forward. This one is my jam right here. This is the rye forward, I believe.
okay.
I believe I got those numbers right. Now y'all may have poured y'all's in a different order. The malt's still there. You still get some of the chocolate impact.
You get more spice at the end.
But you're definitely getting a little more rye on that
I get a
one.
lot
And
of mint.
when I haven't had 15 pours, I get a lot of rye on that one. But today it's a little less.
No, I get it. I mean, there's a spearmint there that wasn't with
but
the others.
the malt is a lot less on that. The impact's a lot lower. So that's what we went for, off-profile stuff. And then the last one is a little closer to his profile, but the malt impact was a lot less than y'all's barrel.
Yeah, it's like mint chocolate chips right here.
Pretty good.
That one's so good. Like now that I've drank several, the last one is so freaking good because you get, like, the malt is a lot less, but it's still there.
Agreed.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Justin from Spillway is so cool.
We
Oh,
did-
Justin
on
from
Tuesdays.
Spillway is a cool guy. Only on Mondays. Today's Monday.
Well,
You not cool tomorrow. Cheers, everybody. A little old fashioned. Appreciate it.
We
hit
didn't,
the like button for us if you would. We are. Go close that door for me, please.
Randomly kicked
That's
off.
an air compressor in case y'all
priming
were
up.
wondering what that was, because we
Priming
are
up.
going to be doing some crazy stuff with an air compressor here in just a minute. It should shut off in just a second. I apologize
And
for
a
that
blue
little
torch.
intrusion. We were not expecting that whatsoever. I had it plugged up, ready to go for the stream because we're going to need it in a minute to see how long it takes to empty a barrel of
I
whiskey.
want to know how come we didn't get one of these barrels of Dettling. How are you
One of the really good ones?
Yeah, how are you
You
calling
got
that?
first pick. It was your pick. You got first pick.
Okay,
It's
so-
these guys.
You got first pick, man. I took the leftovers, but luckily y'all
I
didn't
wanna
pick
know
the best
something.
barrels.
You're just better at it than my team.
Hey, yeah.
I went with something that was close
Yeah.
to his everyday shelf bottle so I could introduce a broader market to it.
Yeah, I got the best barrels. I'm just gonna, like, his barrel's good. I got the best barrels. For sure. Not even close. I got the best barrels.
Bourbon Hunter, I definitely would like a bag of coffee at the event.
A bag of coffee? You just bring some coffee.
Yeah, he roasts his own coffee as a hobby.
That
Where in
sounds cool.
LA is Dettling sold? Louisiana? I don't know. It should be around. I think he's in
Check
Louisiana,
some
right?
of the Total Wines in Baton Rouge, Mandeville area. I've seen them a few times in there.
Tell me about these, and then open them.
That's you, Justin.
Okay. Got some K.LUKE. Get this. Grab that Dettling and slide it down
Make
on
sure I
the
have
end
the
there.
right number here. This is K.LUKE Batch 8, 118.8 proof. K.LUKE comes from Jonathan Massano, who used to own Massano's Fine Wine and Spirits. I believe Ocean Springs is where he was at. He picked a ton of barrels with his store. He ended up deciding he was just going to start picking barrels and blending them, make some of the best whiskey he could. So we have the K.LUKE Batch 8, and the K.LUKE Batch 2 Toasted.
Okay, so this is the toasted. I think I've got a is that
You have
toasted?
toasted
The orange
batch
label's a toasted?
1, yes.
Okay,
I want to rinse these real quick.
go for it. Pour me a little of that, Will. Let's see, I only need 2 of these. That's plenty. That's plenty.
And
You
of
can tell
course,
Jill isn't there tonight. LOL. Cheers, B team. See you guys Friday night. Looking forward to it. I appreciate you coming. And Jill is tapping us on the leg from upstairs right now, I assure you. So this was the toast. The orange label's the toasted.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you trying to toast it first or the batch first?
Toasted.
That's pretty good. That's like what he does.
He's got a
What
very
he gets,
solid palate.
he gets the like velvety mouthfeel. Like that dude just nails the mouth. Every bottle I've had from him, he just gets all the intangibles really well.
You get a lot of good orange, vanilla, very creamy, rich, long finish. Really nice.
Thanks for stopping by in Knoxville. The bourbon chats are still buzzing about your trip. Also, Total Wine didn't want you filming their prices here because they didn't want to get caught price gouging.
Oh, there you go. I didn't say it. I also didn't want to get caught just selling you a bunch of house brand stuff, but I did say that out loud. It's all good. Like, no hate. I don't care. Like, tell me not to film. It's fine. I'll go to the next store because all we're trying to do is help people. And if us filming in your store doesn't help you, then you're not the kind of store we want to help anyway. But I'm glad that folks were excited that we were up there. Like, I don't know. That's still kind of weird. So, Jill's tapping. What's wrong with you,
got
Jill?
promoted.
Some very hard stairs.
She's like a
coming up the
moderator
stairs.
now.
Yeah, you've been promoted.
Jill got bumped. Who bumped Jill? Who gave Jill power?
we're gonna get
Lord
cut off.
have mercy.
We'll never make it to the William LaRue well.
I don't think she can. She
She's gonna
can't.
pull
She
the
can't
plug.
shut off the stream, but she can ban every one of y'all. So
Talking about before we get to the Weller, you still have that Banana Foster I brought too.
are we drinking that tonight?
It's up to you. It's your bottle now.
We drank a lot tonight. We might break. We'll see. We've still got WLW. There was something else we were going to try, wasn't it? I don't even know.
I don't know. Eeny, meeny,
The
miny, moe at this
wild
point.
turkey.
The 12-year wild turkey, 12 and 8.
I won't leave here without
We gotta
that.
try
You
those.
got me excited about that one.
And then, so we're going to take a little break after this. I think I like just the normal stuff better than the toasted. But I do like the toasted. Like, I like the toasted, but the normal stuff, it's
The toasted gets right up there with the
toast is
with
a
the
little
double barrel to
sweet.
me. It gets
Yeah.
that
There's a little
overly
too much
char-
going on.
That
Yeah.
overly char flavor. This is way more subtle. I mean,
I definitely like the normal whiskey.
Scott,
A
right
touch
now
better.
we're tasting K.LUKE Batch 8 cask strength and K.LUKE Batch 2. The Batch 2 is also cask strength. 118.2 on the toasted, 118.8 on the regular.
All right, so those are the bottles that will be available at Spillway this weekend. Again, for those that are just joining, Friday we are doing a distillery takeover of Cathead Distillery in Jackson, Mississippi, the makers of Old Soul. There are tickets available right now. It's like $20 online, $25 if you show up day of. And for that money, you get a Glencairn from them, you get a tasting experience, you get a full tour of their facility, and the first 50 people that show up will be able to help us pick a barrel of Old Soul that they are then going to bottle right there that evening, and you'll be able to buy and take home with you. And then it'll just be a party. We'll just be hanging out. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to have a good time. But then Saturday, we're going to be over in Brandon, Mississippi at Spillway to have their annual lottery. So make sure, if you're anywhere in the area, if you want to make the drive, be sure to do so.
Grant, don't worry, we haven't forgot about the Infinity Blend we're making.
We are doing an Infinity Blend, so if you show up to...
He's talking about that.
Oh, that. Oh, he's...
A nightmare and a half.
Well,
And,
at Spillway, we are going to do an Infinity Barrel, so bring $5, bring a bottle of bourbon, nothing finished, and you can pour it in the first, like, until it's full. Once it's full, that's the end of it. We're going to pour it in a barrel, and then at the end of the evening, we're going to pump it all out, which we're going to do a test of here in a minute to see if that's even, because honestly, I'm a little nervous.
So walk through the process.
Well, we did math.
You show up with the bottle.
Yes.
And you're going to dump the bottle in.
And then you're going to get the bottle
for $5,
sticker.
you get a sticker that now you bring your empty bottle back.
Yes, you bring it back at the end of the day. But once it's full, or we call it. So realistically, most people who are going to be there probably going to be there by lunch. So we'll probably call it at noon, and then you come back over with your stickered bottle, and then we will pump out a bottle of whatever that blend was. Now, the problem is we did math. I didn't do math before I agreed to do it. I did math after I agreed to do this. And if it's 240 bottles in a barrel, which is not unrealistic, a full barrel, if it's 240, if it takes us a minute to bottle one, that's 4 hours.
Good luck with that.
So that's why we're about to do a test. We have devised a way to cut that time into like less than an hour, but we got to make sure all the stuff I bought to make that work actually works. And we're going to try that here in just a minute after we drink some Wild Turkey.
So in full disclosure, Spillway Wine and Spirits has nothing to do with parking lot whiskey.
Nothing to do with parking. I have nothing to do with parking lot whiskey. Grant, Seth, unaffiliated. I don't know who those people are. They're doing parking lot whiskey.
Who's doing
Big
that?
Joe, a good way to kind of help you pick out the flavors. Start with ice water on your whiskey. A lot of people will say it's sacrilege, but a little bit of ice water is going to get rid of that excess ethanol. You'll be able to pick up little subtle notes here and there. And that's a really good way to start to find the flavors and find the notes in a whiskey.
12
and
years.
as you learn what it is you're getting out of it, take the water away.
So I sample a lot of whiskeys, and we do that straight. The ones that I like, I take home, and I put on a couple rocks, and that's where I get to know them. So, I meet them straight, but I get to know them on the rocks.
Justin says, "Are we bringing plenty of merch Saturday?" No, I'm bringing one hat, one balloon.
He's bringing just enough to disappoint you all.
I'm bringing 120 hats.
He's bringing a lot. I mean, it's not.
200 blends.
They could sell out, but he's bringing a lot.
100 orcas of the Bourbon Hunter and the 100 orcas of the Brewzle design.
Ooh,
And
that
then
eight's pretty good.
50 coasters. And a surprise shirt.
The 8-year is a really, really good whiskey, but the 12-year is freaking special.
See, another one of these things that we don't get in Mississippi.
Well, you don't get those anywhere. Those are export only.
Yeah.
Those are overseas.
There you go. That's why.
Is this what you got from Indonesia?
Mm-hmm. These came. Britain got these for me from Indonesia, along with some Indonesian whiskey, and the Indonesian stuff's awful. Those are great.
Pew War Eagle, yeah, we are open 10 to 10 every day of the week except Sunday. Come on in anytime.
Oh, let me also point out, if you're going to the Brewzle event at Cathead Friday night, the Westin downtown is literally across the street. Like,
Yep.
no
That's
better,
where we're staying
no
at the
better
Westin.
place for any of you
sure.
to stay if you're coming and doing the whole thing. Like, it's a 15, 20-minute drive to my store from there. Downtown has a nightlife. I mean, there's nothing else going on during the day downtown on Saturday. But Friday night, if there are a couple clubs that are open every Friday night that are.
Worst case, there's a lot of
be
Waffle
there.
Houses.
Yes.
And Paul, War Eagle 1, you can actually buy a bottle at Spillway when they open. What time will you open
10
on
a.m.
Saturday? So at 10, you could go in and buy a bottle. It just needs to be a bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, not finished. I mean, if it's a double oak, okay, but like not finished.
No wicked people.
So you could buy that and then just go dump it and get a sticker. Like, it's fine until the barrel fills up.
And
you could just wait till Saturday and do that as well.
And just like Will wants to sell all of his merchandise, I want to sell all of my liquor. So, I mean, if I run out, we'll just close down.
I don't think
That's
you're
the
going to
staff's
sell out
wet
everything.
dream
I
right
know.
there. To
Like-
close early.
Like my staff right now is recording this, so they're gonna be playing it back just like I played your.
Oh, Terry's not going to let you live. Hey, Josh, we ain't got nothing but 4 bottles left. Can we go home now?
Will's going to have a whole bunch of these there, too. The
Yeah.
Brewzle Barrelhead. What do you think of that 12-year? Did you try it yet?
I hadn't gotten past the 8-year.
The
That's
8-year's so good.
freaking delicious.
But you're in for
That's
something
it. You
different
can
there with
find
that 12.
down if you want to read that.
I am a big fan of everything Wild Turkey does. I mean, Russell's 13 is probably my ride or die whiskey. Like it's one of my faves.
Try the 12 then. Just shut up and try the 12.
All right.
So everybody in the chat, Matt Crittenden is in here hiding if you want to blow him up and talk to him.
He's in the chat right now?
Yeah, look, he said this is also available in Jackson. I don't know if you want to read that or not.
What do you say? Listen.
They don't know what that is. They don't know where Ferris Street is.
I know what that last word is.
But no,
Yep, I'm not reading that.
Jackson is the Westin is probably the preferred place to stay for this event. If you're going to Cathead, it's across the street. Like you can go have all the fun you want. You can come back across the street. You can have a hotel lobby party. You can go down the road to Martin's. I mean, it's very convenient.
It's your rye or die.
It's your rye or die whiskey. So, you're the rye guy.
I mean, that might be the name for our next barrel.
You got to hit that 12 though.
Oh, I'm on it.
What do you think? It's so much better.
freaking
The
killer.
date's
Like-
great. The 12 is out of this world.
So you had to go to Singapore for this?
I didn't, but somebody did. Yes. And honestly, it might be worth
We
the ticket.
could.
On a value budget airline, it might be worth the ticket.
We could go to Singapore.
Barry, if you're in here and you go to Singapore, man, what the hell, man? Hook me up.
Matt, hey, Matt, we'll talk. We'll talk this weekend, Matt. We'll talk this weekend. I don't know about distributing to Illinois, as Michael says, but, like, come on.
I think I like the 8
Jerry, the airplane.
You like the 8-year better? That's because you have no idea what you're talking about.
I highly recommend Sheraton.
I mean, the 8 year's delicious, but the 12-year is.
Everybody gets mad because I give
Better.
Will a hard time, but, like, that's what I'm supposed
Okay,
to do.
I get where Will's coming from though. That eight's
Eight's so
it's-
good.
It's just right.
But the vanilla is, like, elevated on the 12-year, and I just love it so much. And both of them are 101 proof.
Because I saw it again. Good Times. So Good Times just became available in Mississippi. We just don't unfortunately have it yet.
We drank too much. I have 9 samples of different finishes from Good Times over there right now that I'm bringing. So if you're going to hang out with us, maybe Friday night, I've got to take them to Mississippi for the team because Grant and Seth and Shred are in.
Well, it
We've
sounds
got
like
to
I'm
try
hanging
them to
with
see
them.
if we want barrels of them, but I have all their finishes.
Sounds like I'm hanging out with
Neapolitan, all that stuff. Like, we've got them all. We're not drinking them tonight, though.
Clear. I'm gonna need a DD Friday night
Yeah.
and probably Saturday.
Well, we might, and we're just talking about what finishes do we want for the Brewzle Club, right? And I don't know yet. I've tried a couple of them. I was like, these are weird. They are out of this freaking world
The cream
on the
Oh, Good
strange.
Times?
Yeah, they're strange.
They're
They're doing some really strange
but
stuff.
I mean, it's fun. It's a hell of fun. Like if they're not out there trying these things and doing the experimental things, you don't know until you know. I mean,
I'm not even sure how some of this stuff exists.
Yeah,
So,
it's wild.
Zach with the super chat. Appreciate the support there, Zach. So we are about to try to empty it. Like, this is what we're going to do. I bought a pump to empty the barrel of whiskey. And this is a pump that is made for a distillery to empty high-proof alcohol. So it's made for that. It'll handle a high-proof alcohol. We have a 5-gallon bucket. That bucket, it has about 4 gallons of water in it. We have 4 dispensers, and we are going to try to pump into 4 dispensers at the event. I've got one of those here. So I'm going to try to pump 4 gallons of water from the bucket into a dispenser, and then these guys get to time. I'm going to time how long it takes to get 4 gallons into the dispenser, and then we are going to time how long it takes them to fill a bottle of whiskey. That's what we're about to do.
this is a bad.
So we have to empty
this
a
is a
bottle,
bad
right?
idea.
This is a
Beth.
horrible idea.
This is.
Do you
Here's a horrible idea.
empty though?
Here, I'm going to put this down here because the barrel is going to be below what we're doing here. And then this is the dispenser that we are dispensing it into.
We need bottles, right?
This is the pump right here. We'll get a bottle in a minute. Give me the blue hose.
Where'd our resident contractor go?
I don't know. So here's the problem. Here's problem number 1 for y'all. We did not bring clamps. I didn't get clamps. Will, you come here. Come over here on the far end.
Let me hold the hose.
You make sure that hose is in the water.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I'm going to give this to you. What I want you to do is I want you to stand here. I don't have clamps for this. I want you to make sure these
I'm the
hoses,
clamp?
you are the clamp for both of these hoses.
Oh, this is gonna go so bad,
And I-
so fast.
So here's the first problem. Like, that's first problem. Problem number 2 is I don't know which one is the input and which one's the output. I'm guessing, right? Don't know. So what I want you to do is slide all the way down by Will, and then I will take this down here.
Well, we're gonna get real close. That way, if I get wet, you get
Okay.
wet.
And then we're gonna have to use an air compressor. The air compressor, I've put it in a different room. It's still really loud. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize, but that's how it is. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Y'all keep them entertained.
Hey,
Josh mute his mic when he went and peed.
I have no idea.
Can y'all hear Josh pee right now?
This sounds like fried chicken coming through the chat. Jerry, to answer your question, I believe they do. I haven't been told wrong.
You just hear Josh peeing. I like finding good bottles of whiskey, but somehow still haven't gotten used to the taste. I also cannot tell the flavors of the whiskey. Any advice, Justin?
So what I tell all my customers in the store, try the whiskey a few different ways. First, try it neat. Sip on it like really hot coffee. If you can't get any flavor out of that, proof it down with some ice cold water. And if all your friends make fun of you for putting ice water in it, put some ice in your drink, go take a shower. When you come out, guess what? You have ice water. And you're going to be able to taste everything in it more subtle. Did you turn your mic off?
No, I was about to say, I didn't turn my mic off, guys. I bet y'all heard that.
He's in there frying chicken.
Tinkly, tinkly.
That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
bringing the proof down on whiskey is going to help open up a lot of flavors. Usually like 70 proof is where you're going to taste everything. Just as a person who doesn't have a hard time finding whiskey, what's your unicorn? So my unicorn, for the longest time, was the Burr Rye from High West. I finally was able to get some thanks to some friends. And you guys are scientists, Burr Rye.
Those are the.
Were you kind of the same boat as I, wishing it was more?
So I got a Burr Rye years ago. Old label. Loved it.
Yeah.
I got one right up there, right up above you. I got a Burr Rye. It was all right. Like, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Same boat. So this was my unicorn. I'm kind of let down by it. It's still really good whiskey. My unicorn though, I'm really looking for a a 2021 birthday bottle, Old Forester. That's one I really want, more just for sentimental reasons. Josh, you're missing your.
All right, Josh, you in the way.
Oh my gosh.
You in the
No,
way.
I don't want to be in the way. I'm getting out of
Okay.
here. I don't have the
Okay.
safety glasses or the helmet.
This is safety first. Here, stick that on there,
Hold on,
Will.
hold on. Safety
Safety
first.
for you.
Let
I
me
mean,
put
what
my
about the rest
glasses on.
of us?
Okay.
Oh, that
You
just
in there?
Sounds
You got
like
it?
a bad idea.
There you go.
Okay.
So there was no test for this. This is
This is the test. And I don't know if I've got this
If
backwards.
anything,
The pump is not working.
Does it need to be grounded?
Hell, if I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
It
wire.
does need to be grounded, but like
Here,
only
hold
so
the
it doesn't.
ground to a bolt. Yeah, hold it there.
well, I mean, if it needs to be grounded, it needs electricity. That's a different thing.
No, so it does. It just says sometimes static will build up, so it might need to be grounded. But it doesn't.
Okay,
it
well,
should
hold
not
on.
need to
Turn,
be
turn
grounded.
the
to be-
valve off. There's no pressure built up. So
Okay.
I think it's leaking more than it's filling. Yeah, hold that.
Or maybe it's this knob here.
Oh, maybe. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, or it becomes righty whoopsie.
I'm scared.
You're scared. I'm holding the hose.
I'm hiding behind Brewzle.
Oh, something's happening. We have pressure.
What's bubbling?
Something's doing it. It's going.
Is it bubbling? Oh, it's bubbling.
Yeah, you're pushing
We got them
water out.
opposite. We got them the wrong way. Here,
Come
you
around.
swap hose with me.
Yeah.
We got to trade hose.
That's not a
there.
sentence you hear very often.
Let me have the other hose.
Yep.
Here,
It's wet. Don't hit him in the face with it.
This hose is wet.
here, hold
I got you.
hold that.
All right, turn it on.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Here, I got this. You turn
You
the
ready?
valve.
How many guys does it take?
Is it still bubbling?
No.
Oh, I feel something happening.
It's sucking, baby.
You feel something happening. Hey! Give it more pressure.
I got
More
it.
pressure, baby. More pressure.
It's a squirter.
Man, that's
We get a
fast.
hose before we go. Oh yeah, all the pressure.
That's fast, too, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is getting it?
It's almost gone. I'll tell you when to stop.
Go for it, baby. I don't want to stop. This should hold as much as that.
Yeah, but there's about to be no more water left.
Yeah, but that's fine. You cut it off at that point.
I just mopped the counter up with it. Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh, God.
Thing sounds like a train taking off.
So you're splitting this up into 4 hoses?
We got four of these. 4 of these tanks, so we'll pump it into 4 of these tanks, and then we'll just keep filling the tanks as they're filling bottles. So we got to test this, and then we got to test the bottle. Is that all on the wheel?
Yeah.
Oh, the tanks have a spout. I see.
Yeah, the tanks have a spout. So that is it. So go cut that off back there. These might have some fluid in them, just so you know. This might have some fluid in it. Okay, hold this for me right here.
There you go.
Okay. I can't see it. These fog over really bad.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so
That's it.
Hold on, we've crossed hoses here.
don't cross streams,
We
man.
didn't time
Oh,
it,
wait a
though.
minute. Wait
This
a
is
minute.
still.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, figure out.
I got this
what
one.
you
This one.
You
This
need
one.
time
This
this?
one.
Will, you get that one. Merry
I
Christmas.
didn't time it. It pumps a lot. Like timing's not a problem on this.
Yeah.
This works. Okay. This works. This was a very pricey, but well, this is worth it. I'm gonna be honest. This is the best thing I've ever bought. It's my favorite thing in the whole world right now.
So this whole
Sit that over there.
this whole grounding thing, I'm concerned about. Like,
Well, so
is it
here's the
gonna blow
problem:
up or
is
what?
if you don't ground it, it could create a spark, and
Yeah,
we're
I
going to
mean-
be doing with water. It doesn't matter. So we're going to ground it to this bolt right here because we've got a stand, and then this stand's going to sit on the ground. I think we'll be okay for what we're doing. If you're putting it in a distillery where it pumps all the time, you need a proper ground.
All right,
We're
I
going to
mean-
go with the. We'll figure. Honestly, if it catches on fire, as long as nobody gets hurt, it's
I mean,
worth
right?
it.
An explosion in the parking lot. I mean, that's
No,
a lot
we're
of
gonna-
fun.
we're
I
gonna
mean,
go
like,
Big bang.
we do fun stuff at Spillway Wine and Spirits.
We
Good
are
thing
going.
we got a dunk tank.
Listen, before my insurance goes up, we are going to properly ground this, okay? So calm down. So we were pumping water. So if we have a spark, not a big deal. We are going to properly ground this. I'm missing some super chat. Hey, Jay, I like finding good bottles of whiskey, but somehow still haven't gotten used to the taste. I also can't tell the flavors of whiskey. Any advice? Did we answer that one? One, try a bunch of different stuff. Every time you sit down to have some whiskey, try 2 different pours. Get a proper whiskey glass. A Glencairn's my favorite. Whatever you want. Good, proper whiskey glass. Put a little water in it. Might help you out there. But always be trying a bunch of different things. Zach with the super chat. Come check out our family distillery in,
Homa.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Homo Labio Tutterbone Distillers.
I don't know. That sounds more up my alley right there. Talking about AJ, also another great thing that'll help fine grains. Just if you can chew on the raw grain itself, that's what we did at Dettling. We were able to pick out the flavors much easier after tasting what was
That's
actually
true.
in it.
That's true. So I don't send me an email, support@brewzle.com. Did you come to Leg Tap, Jill?
Oh, I probably need a leg tap.
This was
all right.
perfect. What are you talking about? This was perfect.
I mean,
This went as well as expected.
what are we in trouble? I mean, look at what.
What'd we do? This worked great.
This is perfect.
Here, set that over there somewhere.
Minor spilling.
I don't know if this
Good.
has,
I have
like,
a rag.
yeah.
So is this a rag?
Try not.
It is
Don't
now.
throw the hose on the floor, because
All right.
that's abuse. I don't know if this
Don't
is for.
abuse
But,
the
so
hose.
now we have to. Hey, right over there, there's an empty bottle of Crittendens. Right over there, in that nook over there.
right, I see
There's
it.
an empty bottle of Crittendens, and now I have to test how long it takes to fill a bottle from this. We will have 4 of these, and I need to see how fast we can fill a bottle of whiskey from this tank.
I mean, we taking bets here or guessing?
Sure, go ahead.
To fill a whole bottle?
This bottle right here, all the way top. We're probably not gonna go to the top, right here. What do you think?
What's your bet, Will?
Yeah, I'm gonna go maybe I'm gonna go 33 seconds.
What you got?
That's a quarter inch.
48. I'm at 48 seconds.
Mama. No.
I'm gonna say she's probably closer than y'all. I'm gonna
I
say
think
20.
She is.
You ready?
Yep.
I mean, Jill's always right.
Done.
Jill cheated. She got a time machine or something.
She cheated because we did this earlier. I didn't remember what it was. I had no clue. But she must have remembered. How much was it? 14?
12.
12, yeah. Like 20 sounds good.
13 something earlier.
That's
That water,
crazy.
I like your yellow
So
water.
12 seconds. I mean,
That's just Dickel
you can
water,
easily
man.
put out 4 every minute.
Well, so we got 2 people, one manning the thing here, and then one handing bottles and dealing with that, like hand a bottle, pass it off. So like theoretically,
You might need some
we
more
should be able to
bottles.
do 3 a minute, and then 4 times that.
You probably need a few more voluntold people for that.
I mean, so like theoretically 3 a minute though, 4 times that, 12 bottles a minute. We should be able to empty this barrel in 20 minutes.
Hold on.
Maximum.
If it doesn't blow up.
As the tank
If it
gets
doesn't
lower-
explode.
I mean,
yes.
I just Back to the Future
Don't be like
vision
don't
of like the ground wire coming from the
okay, Debbie Downer.
light pole. And,
Wah, wah, wah.
That's fine.
Why you Debbie Downering?
In the field, I'm gonna get away. I wasn't there.
Marcus
Again.
says as the tank gets lower, it will feel slower though.
As it get,
Need to test that out.
he's true. It's
mean,
true.
okay,
As
but
it gets,
like-
but theoretically, we've got somebody pumping into this. They fill this one, they fill the next. Like we will have 4 filled, and then they will be continuously like moving to fill these. So it shouldn't like get lower and then we fill it. Like somebody should be fill it up, move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one, like constantly keeping these things full. Now the last like fill of them will take longer, but the majority of the fill should be about the same because this one wasn't completely full. This was about 4 gallons. This thing will hold a little more than 5 gallons. So should work just fine. We got a couple of super chats here. How much would you pay for an E.H. Taylor barrel proof? Saw one in the wild for the first time, $3.99, and couldn't pull the trigger. I would pull the trigger at a lot less than $3.99. $3.99, I'll just let them have it, man. Have a good time.
I mean, they are hard to come by.
They are hard to come by. $150, $200 maybe if I really needed one and had never had it. But outside of that, man, there's so much great stuff out there that's available and affordable. AJ, I got one of your Glencairns, tried Still Austin Cash Strength, has a bite to it. Well, I mean, it's cash strength, it's supposed to bite you, man, but like what you got to be into is people that like to nibble you just a little bit, you know? You got to like that bite. So if you're not into the bite, right, if you're not into the pain, dial it back just a little bit, go with a bonded, hit that 100 proof. Everybody's quiet. I'm sweating. This hat makes me sweat like crazy, man.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't
I gotta
miss
get my
any
wheel hair going.
messages here. I see Louisiana barbecue going to get mentioned, and now I want some ribs.
Oh, man, we had barbecue for lunch. So good. Show enough out of Alex City. Man, good stuff. You really only need 4 people. So we've got 4 people, like we've got 4 of these. So we got 4 people running this. And then we've got 1 person next to them that can hand them a bottle, take the bottle they fill up so that it's constantly filling. They're constantly handing it to them and they hand it to somebody. That's what we've got set up, which means we ought to be able to fill this thing super fast. Like this worked exactly as expected, which doesn't happen often for me. Like that's not often. Like lots of times I think things are going to work some way and they go completely differently than that. And this was absolutely perfect.
I had full confidence in
It's
everything you were
completely
doing
perfect.
here.
Like well, that's what's funny. I have full confidence too, but it usually doesn't work out as my full confidence would say. So we definitely need to do. We are about 14 minutes over right now. We need to close out this stream with a little WLW. You want to join us in that, Jill?
So
You don't like
He's got a
WLW?
burr rye sitting down there for us.
Entertain the people,
Matt.
Jill.
Crittenden.
Has it got a burr rye barrel? So Matt, right now in the chat, like, come on, let people know where you're at, Matt. You gotta tell me about this. Is it a barrel of bourbon and a barrel of rye, and you blended whole barrels, and you've got 2 barrels of a burr rye, or like what's up? Share with the class, Matt.
Raging Irishman, we call that added flavor.
Into BBQs that don't cross the streams. I don't know if you're just really late or if you're just referencing back a little bit, but I agree. Don't cross the streams. We have a team 8, Seth. I don't even know what he's talking about. Huh? Oh, yeah, no, that's what I said. We got 4 and then 1 person helping them. That's 8. We might need 9.
Is the Infinity Barrel
Probably
going to priority or to members first?
So it's to whoever shows up at this point.
It's a
It's
first
whoever
come,
shows
first
up.
served.
But there's like, it's going to take 250 bottles. I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. So it's not going to members first, but as far as I know, we sold like 115 tickets to the Old Soul thing. I'm assuming a few more people will show up to Spillway than to the Old Soul thing because that's a Friday versus a Saturday. But like all the members should have access to it. Here's to finding a bottle of WLW. Good luck, pilot. Good luck.
Good luck.
We have a team of 8 helping.
both.
Brewzle Grant says we need 9. That's all I'm saying.
We will not have a WLW available.
There will be no WLWs.
It is unobtainium.
Well, so we need to drink this one because I do have a backup bottle. Seth in the chat here. Last time we tried this on stream, he was hitting the Billy LaLulu lemons. Here's a bottle of water for you. Congratulations, you've won.
Nice.
What is this? Oh, this is a new Bourbon Hunter. You dropped it?
I just took it
Ooh.
off.
So my head is 3 snaps larger than Will's, just so you know. 3
Jill?
snaps.
That's still a little loose.
Can we pour you one?
Jill, get in here. Come on. You know you want to. Jay Duffy with the super chat.
You got a.
What is it? What have I got? What you got? What you got? What I got?
Nothing.
Okay. I need a little, I'm old school. I got to get a little hat bend.
Well,
here,
now I
you know?
gotta get a new hat.
Well, I mean, I needed a new one anyway. I was hoping for a new Brewzle hat. Instead, I got the Man, heavy pouring. Look at here. Look
I
at
don't need
this.
that much.
Look at this.
It's not mine.
I normally, baby, you want one of these?
Yeah,
We can split them. I mean,
No, it's good. Go ahead. It's fine. Get rid of it.
Well, that's
It's a strong smell.
Well, this is very cask
I've never
strength.
had this before.
What is it, 120 something proof?
Patrick.
134, 134.5
Wow.
proof.
So
Yeah.
Patrick, that's
That's
about
good.
101 rye from Wild Turkey. That's a solid rye.
That's a good rye. yeah.
Dickel rye is also a fantastic one for the money too.
So for those that are uninitiated, this is a William Larue Weller made by Buffalo Trace. This is their wheated mash bill. So this is the same thing that's in the Van Winkle lineup. Typically, these B-Tacs are going to be 10, 12, 13 years old. I think, like, if you're a whiskey nerd and you're super into whatever the specifics are, and I'm wrong, just suck it. This is really high proof Pappy Van Winkle, basically is what it is.
You never let me try this before.
Well, I don't want to spoil you, man.
Does
This is
come to
insane.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
We just don't get a lot of it.
Holy cow.
Jay Duffy, thank you too.
Jay Duffy's awesome. Look at him with the thank you.
Dude, this might be my favorite bourbon.
Oh, this is.
Of course it is. This is my favorite whiskey on the entire planet.
Holy
Like
cow.
this is #1, the best thing I've ever drank in my entire life.
That is insane.
And I've drank several things.
So how do you dissect this bottle?
You don't.
'Cause I don't
You
even
just
know what
enjoy
I-
it.
I don't know
So
what
it's wheated.
Cherries.
Melt
It,
into
it
it.
hits me as cherries. Like
It
it's
is just-
big cherry flavor.
Cherry and proof.
Man,
Yeah, and it's 134 proof. It evaporates in your mouth. Like
this
it's
might
like.
be this might be the first one to actually drink all the way.
You haven't had Coy Hill either, though.
Hunter, you're not wrong, but you're not right either.
Apparently, we're into the stream on Coy Hill now.
You lost me on that one.
Oh no, that's the closer. That's the great closer. I mean,
Lost you. You don't like Coy
he
Hill?
is
It,
not a
it's
fan.
got too much apricot. It's a. I
I
don't
know,
care.
like-
Come on.
Tussle. Man, this is good.
It's just
Yeah.
it's Coy Hill just doesn't do it for me. I like the twice barreled rye they just came out with. I like the malt that they did
That's good.
and the Oloroso.
The malt's awful.
Coy, it's just got this weird.
Well, you about to confirm or deny that?
It's one of my all-time faves.
I kind of want to try that Bethlehem
you.
there. It's going in the raffle.
Wow.
So what if I were to get this at a bar, like a pour?
Oh, so this
Your left
bottle,
leg.
if you were to go right now onto secondary and you were to try to get a bottle of this, my guess, $1,800
Yeah.
for a bottle.
what makes
So
it so
a pour of this is probably going to be
150,
$200,
250,
250, $200,
yeah.
depending on
What
where you
makes
get
it
it.
so special though?
Well, first of all, it's special because it's delicious and it's limited, and stupid people that have a lot of money pay a lot of money for it.
Hey,
I bought this for $110. Just so y'all know, $110 for this bottle.
Hunter, how
that
you
just-
gonna hate when I
had
get
to win it in a lottery,
24 and you
right?
don't?
That's amazing.
So it's a weeded whiskey. Like
Yeah.
you know, it
It is Pappy Van Winkle,
is
but
the
it's
weeded
cash.
line.
It's cash strength Van Winkle is what it is.
But 134 proof. So
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah. So Big Joe says I need this on my bar. I might just steal it from you.
You steal that from me, and I will chase you down.
You ain't catching me. Not on foot.
In that Datsun?
Not in that
No,
280Z.
You don't think not on foot?
He might not catch you,
Here's the thing.
but you're gonna run out of brakes first.
I mean, I'm old now, but in my prime, I'm faster than you, but I'm not quicker than you. You're like my little brother. My little brother, I could outrun my little brother in a foot race every day. Could not catch him. Because I am like a freight train. I'm not changing directions, and he's quick and shifty like Will.
It's Newton's
Not
law.
super fast, but he's like shift. Well, I mean, even when I was small, like I'm just talking about, like when I was young, when we were young, like I'm like freight train moving straight forward. He's like quick and shifty. Will got that. I got none of that. So I can't. I will agree. I will probably not be able to catch him on foot. He gets in his Datsun. Pretty sure my Super B gonna track him down.
Well, that's cool. The bottle will be broken though, so.
The bottle will be broken. Well, I mean, I don't have to chase you down. I know where you live. All right? Come knock it on your door. All right, this is the last pour right here. Let's not get too crazy with that one.
I'm saving that.
I mean, you got like 7 ounces of WLW. I would
be
save
very
that too.
conservative with that.
Is $7.99 a good price for Old Forester birthday? No, it's not.
That's
That's
more
like
than enough
more
for a
than
deal.
secondary. That is over secondary price. First of all, it's not worth secondary price, but then that's more than secondary price. Jack Daniel's single barrel proof is greater than WLW. Dude, I'm not fighting you. I hope you believe that.
Are you even
You're
trying?
wrong.
Yeah,
but
look, I got just enough in there to make it.
you are wrong, but I respect your right to be wrong, and I hope you buy all the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof and leave all the WLW. I hope you convert everybody, and I just buy all the WLW.
That is really high for a birthday. Personally, I couldn't pay more than $300 for one. Yeah, that's really high.
Okay, so this is not better than the WLW.
I'm close.
It's still really good.
Oh, no.
Oh, now they're saying King of Kentucky's best.
So now it's definitely not better
King
than
of Kentucky's pretty
WLW.
good. You had it.
I have not.
It's pretty freaking good. So it's like WLW is like fruit forward, and then the proof hits you. This is
might
a
need to
little
wash it
nutty,
out.
and then it slaps you in the face. King of Kentucky is just much more subtle. Like it's like sometimes you want somebody to just beat you up, and then sometimes you want somebody to just talk you to death.
So this
and that's
one-
King of Kentucky,
This
right?
one's 142.7 proof, so we're like comparing what Jack Daniels does at 143 proof versus what Sazerac does at 143 proof.
For sure.
A rye-based whiskey versus a wheat-based whiskey. I mean, this is amazing for like old high-proof whiskey.
It is good stuff. I am 3 sheets to the court. I'm fine, man. I'm good. I'm just trying to put on a good show. That's what we're doing.
Ronnie.
Do what?
That,
Causeway had one for $1,000. Talking about a birthday? Raymond says Brewzle is drunk. I mean, I've drank a little bit, but I just I don't think they realize how little whiskey it takes for my loud filter to go off. And I know y'all having some trouble with the microphones. I apologize. It's just 4 microphones in a very small space.
Look,
Nothing I can do about
he
it.
wakes up like this. He wakes up loud.
Well, I mean, I'm allowed to, I have great control over the volume until I have about 3 pours. And then, you can't tell the difference between 3 and 30. After 30, you can tell. JD Miller says, second best stream ever. Thanks for the laughs and the best community in the bourbon world, forever known at, this is the Crossing Streams. JD, now you got to let me know. You don't have to super chat it. What was the best stream ever? Is it a Brewzle stream or was it somebody else's stream? I don't know. I don't know whether to be like, you're right or offended. Okay? Not sure. Right now, I was about to kill the stream, and I'm waiting on JD Miller to let me know what the #1 stream is, what this one was second to.
Because we'll try to cross those streams.
Well, this is the first stream somebody went and used the bathroom on microphone, right?
I mean,
this was the first. This was the first.
We're crossing
The
streams.
first time somebody just.
And
I told you.
and you
I told you
literally-
beforehand.
Literally in the
Before this stream, I was like, guys, these mics are hot. If you go, cut the mic off or leave it before you go to the bathroom.
that was the pre-stream meeting.
That was it. That was the only thing we covered.
We're gonna watch this back tomorrow on the ride home. We're gonna hear Josh in there frying chicken.
Is that what it sounds like on microphone?
So fun fact, rain that you hear in movies is them
jumped big
just
time,
frying bacon.
Let's see. We had no chat, and then there's like 30 messages just showed up. I'm
They
looking
want
for
us to keep
JD.
I mean, there's more whiskey back here.
We still
I
got
might be
the,
done drinking it all
we
though.
still got the beer.
Dustin said did not hear him wash his hands. I don't think there's any hand soap in there. I'm gonna be honest. There's no hand soap in this bathroom, Jill.
I hadn't been shaking hands either.
19 ounces. Bud got kicked. Natty Whit's like a freaking member. He got deleted. Sorry, Natty. What'd you do?
JD said he's down there at the bottom.
Best Brewzle stream was the one that got a bit. That's several of them way back in the catalog. Only to see me. Oh, okay. The only time. So the best streams are where I get way too over the top. Makes sense. Gate says if tonight's shenanigans are any indication of what's coming this weekend, it's going to be a good time. And apparently, this is just a very, very small preview of the shenanigans that are going on this week. Oh,
Thank you.
we do have
Thank you.
the Bananas Foster.
We gotta have dessert.
That is a.
I
that
gotta
is a
drink
good
this.
idea.
Okay, rinse me here, Jill. Aaron is going to be mad about it, but rinse me there.
This is Will.
It's Jill Jr.
It's Jill. It's fine.
Will and Jill.
I'm sorry. Hand me the bottle opener over there, please. I called him Jill because he looks just like Jill, and I've drank a little too much whiskey.
He said you had facial hair earlier. Did you hear that?
I did not say she had facial hair. I'm implying that you do not have
Now
facial
you're
hair.
in trouble, buddy.
Listen, just because you colored it doesn't make it awesome.
Now you're in trouble, buddy.
More mascara, dude. More mascara.
Gotta get that lip filler in there too.
We need to pour all of this. So here's pour him an E right there, and then just empty it equally amongst those glasses.
Ooh, this looks bad.
Dirk is bringing a Davidson Reserve wheated single barrel for you this weekend. Nice. Oh, you didn't want that much?
I mean, we'll see.
I'm not a
Okay,
big fan of
here.
these type of beers, but
Yeah, like
I like these.
I'm apprehensive with Will.
I love these beers, but these are beers I need to share with somebody because drinking a whole one is just a recipe for a headache.
Oh, it's gonna fill you up.
Yeah.
Like me and Claire split one, and I
I'm,
drank most
I'm
of
already
it.
burping. Like I hadn't even
Done.
taken
Yeah.
a sip.
It's so sweet, but it's so good. It's a dessert.
ooh,
To be fair, it's a dessert.
I don't like that one.
You know, like, it does taste like a Bananas Foster.
What are we
Yeah.
drinking? What is this?
This is a
The fans want to know.
Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, barrel-aged stout, Bananas Foster. I don't know what makes it a Bananas Foster, but it's
Pretty good.
How much is one of these bottles?
I
of beer?
paid $26.99
Oh
for
my
that.
God.
Oh my god.
Here's what's crazy. I have an Eagle Rare in there.
You
An
paid
Eagle,
what,
a Bourbon County
$70,
Stout Eagle Rare.
$80 for that?
I paid more. So they took a whiskey. Buffalo Trace made a whiskey. They put it in a barrel and they aged it for 10 years. And then they bottled that whiskey at 90 proof. And then Bourbon County or Goose Island put their stout in that barrel and aged it for like 2 years. And a little bitty bottle like this costs more than the whiskey that was in it for 10 years. Which is the craziest thing ever, but they got me because I'm a sucker. Like that's the only way I can explain
They
it.
say color facial hair is just lipstick. It doesn't count as real facial hair.
The color's worn off, will you?
I know.
It's a little worn
It's
off.
not,
there,
it's
a
not
little-
brown anymore.
Need to get some just for men.
Yeah.
All right.
He got it all colored
And
in.
William LaRue Weller is a little bit better than this beer. Just
A
saying.
little bit, a lot bit.
Yes, but also you could probably buy an entire barrel of this for what that William LaRue bottle cost.
You'd have mine.
You know, I'll be honest, I'm not as big of a fan of the Bananas Foster as I am the normal stuff.
So I tried the regular stout, and it was very good. Like I like a really heavy stout, dark beer. Like Guinness is one of my favorites, extra stout. The Goose Island's really good, very rich, very creamy.
I've probably got like 10 different barrel-aged beers back there in the fridge.
I saw you have
Yeah.
a problem.
So I have we have every Bourbon County stout, like the normal stuff, not the offshoots, but the normal stuff. I have literally one of every one they've ever released in the fridge right now.
I mean,
Well,
he
his
is.
message got deleted, but yeah, Robert, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna echo. We got 4 mics all kind of close to one another.
Hey, if they're just complainers, like let them complain. Like we don't have to get rid of all the complainers as long as they don't get mean about it. It's fine.
We are not at Rockefeller Center. Sorry. Guys.
Well, first of all, we don't have a producer. We don't have like the production.
We don't
the
even
production,
have a sound stage.
Yeah, the
4
production
guys in a
budget.
basement. Give us some credit.
It's a really nice basement.
It
though.
is a badass. Basement.
The production
Slightly
budget
jealous.
for this is $0. Just so you know. In the new studio, I might be able to make it work a little more. I'm going to set up like some boom mics or something to make it work. In here, either you enjoy it and you're okay with the imperfections. You know, it's probably, honestly, Robert, it's probably like your dating level, right? You can go to the bar and you're like, you know, you're okay with the imperfections. She's a 5. But you're good with that because
She's an
that's
8
your
with the
level.
lights off.
You know, and you're like, I'm okay with the imperfections. She
Cigar
got
Bourbon, she's a 9.
she got a couple of growth on her face. It's so fine. It's cool. I'm down with it. You know, that's where I'm at. And you're good with it, and you end up dating her and marrying her, hopefully, and having a good time. Or you're looking for perfection, and you just are always alone. So that's kind of your choice here with this stream tonight. Either you're down with the imperfections, and you can hang out with us and have a good time, or you're not, and that's cool. I appreciate it. I respect it. But then it's probably just better to bounce on and leave this 5 alone.
Rallis, to answer your question on how we're not drunk yet, trained professionals. So me and Josh, this is our day job. We day drink a lot at the store, trying new products. PJ's just blessed.
I've been accused of being drunk 4 times already. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't stand behind me.
You know, we still have the
Infinity Blend?
the Stanley Cup of blends over there.
Wow.
I'll try it. I'm not
You guys-
scared.
you guys-
We do it at every tasting we do.
You guys stuck around.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of this. I have a lot of this
9:30.
Bourbon County Stout I can't let go, but
Well, he just gave you a whole pour of it,
oh
so you're
Lord,
safe.
let's try this. A 2
Right,
at 10
continue,
is a
bro.
10 at 2.
A 2 at 10.
3 2s is a 6. That's math, you know. That's just math.
I like it. That's funny, Jeff.
Need that on a t-shirt.
Honestly, this is not horrible.
I know, right?
It's not great, but it's not horrible. I mean, you don't like follow WLW and Coy Hill with that, but it's not terrible.
What are you talking about? That's the next barrel project right there.
That's just blend everything. What we need to do is we need to open one of everything you have in the store, everything across all categories, pour 1 ounce into something and see what happens.
I don't know. I got 4,200 SKUs in that building. You know, a lot of
Sounds
wine.
like 4,200 ounces.
We're going to exclude the wine.
Okay, let's just go. How about we just
For
stick
Josh's sake, we
let's
have
do
to put the
every
bourbon
bourbon.
there.
Every bourbon we blend.
All right. This is terrible.
I mean, I would say it's not
No,
great.
that was terrible.
I wouldn't buy it.
It's better
But
than
it's-
Bud Light.
Ooh.
I'd rather drink this beer.
Well, I mean, now I don't know how to take that.
Well, I mean, like,
He's like, this is terrible. I thought the beer was all right.
Yeah, the beer's pretty
I
good.
mean, like, not.
So when I tried
not-
this
not
by
really,
itself with
not my
like
type
no
of beer.
alcohol, this was okay. Like, is it
Yeah.
$25, $26 okay? Yeah. But after all this, it's really good.
There's that.
Jerry said this was a terrible idea. I'm assuming he's talking about the blending, and then it got held for moderation. Jerry, just so you know, I'm full of bad ideas. And honestly, the bad ideas are usually the best ones because that's what's fun. Like, relax. Like, here's the problem I have with a lot of folks is you need to just chill out. Like, just dial back the stress and anxiety and just have a good time. Like, don't take it so seriously, and your life will be a lot smoother,
Did you
man.
see the pumping
So-
operation? I mean, it
so-
was full of bad ideas.
Jerry, with that being said, I wouldn't be working for Josh if it weren't for bad ideas. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for bad ideas.
It was a bad idea.
Are you saying working for him's a bad idea?
No, this is
No.
one of the best ideas I've ever had, but all the bad ideas wouldn't have led me to working
Led
for
to
Josh.
that. I got you.
I'd still be offshore thinking that was a good job.
I mean, maybe hiring Justin was a bad idea, but
I'm gonna be
it's
honest.
working out.
If y'all are here for good ideas,
That
how did
left
you
at
get
7
here?
a.m.
Like, didn't leave at 7 a.m. It left before we started the channel. Like, how did y'all get here? If you're looking, I'm wearing a lab coat, for Christ's sake, right? Like, are you tapping me? Will's leg
I'm not-
tapping me
I'm
now.
not tapping
I got a little too close. He's tapping me on the arm.
I'm not tapping you.
It's just a little love taps.
Yeah, I mean, we're tight.
Don't lose your
We're
WLW
tight
right
in
there.
here.
Yeah.
I've probably
Oh shoot! I
Hit
still
Matt
have
in the
cigar
butt, I
batch
mean-
right here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jerry. You got moderated. I'm just going, like, you got moderated. But our mods, especially when Jill's here, we moderate really heavily. We get a lot of negativity because we're just having a good time. We don't take it too serious. So we get a lot of negativity. And in these, especially in these chats where I'm trying to read as many of the messages as I can, we moderate them pretty strictly because I just don't want your negativity. And I'm not saying you, like, just in general, I don't want the negativity. We're here to have a good time, and folks that are not having a good time can just, like, move on to the next thing, right? So it's all good. So sometimes you get moderated even if you didn't mean anything by it. Randy, one of the best streams yet. So apparently the second best stream.
we're winging it here, Randy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's how we roll.
All right. We have been going for 2 straight hours. We are going to call it right here. We're probably going to hang out and have a good time a little bit after this stream. I will not be in Discord for the supporter-only chat after this one. I'm going to hang out with the folks here at Spillway. We're going to talk some business, try to get some things set up for this weekend. I appreciate everybody hanging out. We had a great time. I hope y'all can make it and we can hang out with you Friday at Cathead or Saturday at Spillway. We are going to have a blast, like probably one of the biggest, craziest events we've ever been a part of, and we are constantly trying to push the envelope and go bigger and better, and that's what we like about these folks here. Go ahead and sign off.
I mean, I got to go pee again. If you want to stick around and listen to that, I mean, I got another couple minutes in me.
Lord have mercy. we gotta.
He's gonna go there. Ding, fries are done.
Jill is left. She's not even watching us now.
Jill is leg tapping really hard.
Tap a leg.
She's tapping you right now, not me.
She can't even throw anything at us.
Had a great time. Hopefully y'all had a good time. We are trying to take these streams up higher. We have the new studio should be ready in a few weeks. It's made a lot of progress. I'm still waiting on some wood for that. And then we're going to try to take these streams even bigger, even higher. Hey, Jill. She did not leg tap, so we're good. We got Jill's sign of approval over there.
I think at this point it'd be a wall smack.
I don't know what was going on.
When will the Brewzle hats be back, Will?
Whenever we get the new design.
We don't need just
We're
put.
still working on it.
Put
though.
I sent you like 2 modifications of it soon.
We got the new Bourbon Hunter.
Honestly, it's probably going to be at least a month and a half, probably at least 4-6 weeks. Once we get the design, so the design I had, I don't know where I put my hat. I think I put it back there. I don't love the design that we did. It looked great in color, but once we put it in just leather, it didn't make any sense whatsoever. So we are changing the design of the Brewzle hats. And then once we're solid on that, it'll take, 4 weeks or so to have them made at that point. So hopefully soon, but it's going to be at least a month plus. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to have a full merch tent this weekend at Spillway. Appreciate y'all hanging out, and we will catch y'all later.
Come out and see us, guys. Yep.